we go. Alrighty, everybody. Welcome back to the second session of this NGC one shot. Last session, we began with all of the new recruits arriving on transport carriers. For your reference, I can show you what the transport carriers look like. They are advanced 30 personnel transport carriers powered by arcane cores, pretty large ones embedded into the actual engines. For reference for a few of you, this is what they look like. They are quad-engined, backloading tanks of metal. You guys, as new recruits, were flying on these transport vessels. It was a little dark outside, cloudy, about midnight, no lights, but you could hear the soft patter of the rain hitting the exterior, the windows next to you, and the soft whirring and clicking of the engines, internal chains, and the general ambience of a very quiet and desolate transport vessel. Eventually, you guys made it to Charlie 6, the New Detroit National Guard Coalition outpost. It is the brand new outpost, top of the line for information, technology, security, and overall combat prowess. You guys eventually landed in the hangar. A large hangar could fit probably around 30 or 40 of these transport vehicles, loading in at the top of the outpost. All of the new recruits were lined up in front of a massive staircase in which probably upwards of 2 to 3 dozen sergeants stood peering over them. Over the period of the next 30 minutes or so, all of these sergeants came down and began to examine your specialist qualifications as well as your... Yes, Taya? Oh, okay. Goodbye. Okay. Sorry, my wife's in the room. Everybody say hey, Taya. She's got a kitty.
Yo.
Oh, God. Okay. Ruby, you can get down. Okay, love you. God damn it. Lost my train of thought. Yes. So they looked over your paperwork, your classifications, your designation paperworks, as well as your contracts. And each sergeant was given the task of developing their squad, choosing the individuals that they saw fit to join them on a team. Jay-Z, as Sergeant West, you chose a few individuals. One Corporal Kona Klein, a expert in the medical field when it comes to being a combat medic. A Corporal Petrov, a very intelligent and very crafty combat engineer. You also chose Corporal Rex, a massive security specialist. Strong, wide, M249 on his chest, ready to do what he's told to do. As well as... yeah, just them. Just those three. Afterwards, choosing them, you began to make your way back to the barracks, the dorm rooms. Upon this, you were given a call by your assistant by the name of, remind me, Jeanette. By Jeanette, letting you know that one Captain Zarketh Ogren had requested your personal presence. You met up with him, and he let you know that on top of the 3 corporals that you were chosen, or that you chose, you were also being given a Crusader to join your squad. To you, this was odd. Normally, Crusaders are in squads with other Crusaders. They rarely mingle and or operate with your everyday specialists. So you found this kind of weird, but nonetheless, Sergeant Sisyphus, a first-class Crusader, joined your team. You eventually made your way to the dorm rooms, and you got everybody settled in. You communicated with Jeanette and kind of gave her a rundown on what you would be doing over the period of the next day or so. As you were having this conversation, the new recruits were getting settled into their dorm rooms. That would then bring us to what is known as the piss incident. As the recruits were getting settled down, something was said, I can't quite remember what, but a bottle of piss was thrown at Corporal Rex by one Corporal Petrov. Or was it Kona Klein?
No, I was working on my Havoc Blaster, and then
Right,
it
you were
discharged
working
an
on your
alarm.
Havoc Blaster. It discharged. Corporal Kona Klein threw a bottle at you. It missed you, hit Rex, and covered his bed in pee. Being upset, rightfully so, Corporal Rex proceeded to rip Corporal Kona Klein's bed out of the concrete and throw it at him. This then resulted in one Kona Klein smashing his head into a locker and bleeding. Sergeant West peeking his head in, seeing the kerfuffle in front of him and the battalion of buffoons that he had been given by command. Roger, you sergeant. Had a long sigh, as well as this was happening, he had a quiet conversation with Sergeant Sisyphus. That information is going to be kept between those two. If they want to give that information, it is up to them. Afterwards, you guys decided to, well, Sergeant West decided to test your abilities in the shooting range. So you all proceeded towards the shooting range and you began practice. Some doing better than others, but nonetheless somewhat adequate. Sergeant West, how would you put your perspective of their general shooting training from your point of view?
So the training itself, can you read that? Right.
Your mic is muted, by the way.
Can you hear me? There you go.
Yep.
So the training itself started rough. It started with some disciplinary actions, and my team was required to do some PT training, with most of them failing the requirements, minus our lovely Crusader.
Mm-hmm.
But throughout that training, they were pushed very hard and started hitting their shots exactly where they needed to be. So even with the disciplinary actions, the team began to start training very hard, very well, and ended on a high note rather than a low note.
All right. So preceding that training, Sergeant West had decided it was probably best to begin the process of getting to know each other. As it was around lunchtime, they proceeded to the mess hall. This mess hall is immaculate. Any food you could imagine, whether it be steak, lobster, the highest quality food that you could imagine. Although you guys cannot necessarily produce or process food as quick as your regular human civilian, you are still required to eat. Most NGC soldiers before a mission will actually pack on food knowing that it will be processed slower so it can sustain them throughout missions. You don't need as much food as regular mortal individuals, so it's more of a treat and more for the experience of taste and morale than it is actual sustenance. You guys sat around and talked a little bit, but most of you focusing on eating food that didn't taste like garbage. Now, your sergeant, however, knowing what the good food meant, kept it to himself temporarily. Afterwards, you guys then finished eating and made your way back to the dorms. After that, Sergeant West informed you of a little bit of information when it comes to the mission that you guys had been tasked with. Sergeant West, you were contacted by Jeanette and told that you had a dossier waiting for you with all of the information on your first mission. You were told that you would have, upon waking up, you would have 24 hours to prepare for this mission and that you would be leaving come midnight. Afterwards, Sergeant West informed the team of Redacted. Because we have someone who doesn't know about this redacted, I will not mention it. But Sergeant West explained the conditions of what would happen due to underperformance and explained what the redacted was and how it is used. Afterwards, the team began the process of sleeping. And as the day falls, this is where we begin session 2. It is a dark and stormy morning. You all are sitting in your dorm room together, that being Kona Klein, Petrov, and Rex. You are sitting there and you begin to awake, no alarm, but just your natural sleep cycle bringing you awake. You guys wake up in your rooms and you have a little bit of downtime before the day starts. I'll start with Petrov. What are you doing first thing in the morning?
Oh no. Petrov's right now just getting his Havoc Blaster tuned up a bit before the training.
All right, go ahead and roll a engineering check for me so we can see how well your upkeep is.
Alright, well, give me just a sec. There you are.
21, not bad. You're used to this piece of machinery. You built it yourself, after all. You've been going over the notes that Sisyphus had given you the previous day, and you had made some small adjustments, and it seems it is up to par and up to a standard that you would hold your weaponry. Corporal Rex, as you are waking up, what is it that you are doing first thing in the morning?
I'm doing some workout right by my bed, and then I'm fixing out my weapon, making sure it's good for a fight.
All right, go ahead and roll me a athletics check to see how well your morning exercise goes. Let me know what you get once it rolls.
22.
22, not bad. You're used to working out. You're a hunk of a man. Your exosuit allowing you a little bit more strength than most. Speaking of which, Corporal Rex, you would know that you, as a security specialist, have a exosuit that is fused to your skeletal structure. So you can't take it off, but it is a exosuit of high-end armor. So, as you're working out, you two notice that Sisyphus is already up. He is kind of just sitting in the dark, in the pitch black, just sitting in the living room, staring at a static TV. You kind of look over and look at him, and he's just deadpan staring at the TV, just hands in his lap. His equipment, he's fully dressed, plate carrier, entire getup. His duty bag is next to him. He's got his rifle, his L193 sniper rifle sitting on his lap, and he's just staring, and you can hear just the soft static of the television in front of him.
Hey, Sisyphus, thanks for the notes on the Havoc Blaster. Been able to get some modifications on it. Thank you.
Of course, always looking to help.
Are you doing all right?
Sure, we'll call it all right. Are you guys rested?
Yeah, I'm pretty rested right now. I'm just doing some final checks on the Havoc Blaster before our training session.
Is Corporal Klein awake yet?
I look at Klein's bed and what do I see?
He is currently sound asleep.
Well, I guess he's still asleep.
All right. Well, Sergeant should be coming soon, according to our schedule. It's about 15 minutes till he arrives. So, as you guys are waking up, Sergeant West, you have woken up in your personal quarters. The light of the city around slowly beaming through your probably 60, 70th story apartment building. It works as your apartment and your office. It's one, basically, what would you call those? Like apartments that fill an entire floor. Those would be lofts? Lofts?
Yeah, like a loft. Yeah.
So it'd be one big loft apartment. But you wake up early in the morning, no alarm, your intrinsic system just waking you up. What is it that you do in the morning as you're waking up?
Well, first thing I do is just kind of give myself time to fully come to it. Make sure that I'm mentally prepared for the day. Kind of begin to almost persuade myself of the complete chaos that is about to
About to
bestow upon my day. So I'm just mentally preparing myself, staring out the window, looking over the city, and trying to prepare.
As you begin getting ready for the day, getting your equipment, you hear on your door, a knock.
Who is it?
Captain Ogren, may I come in?
Absolutely, Captain. Let me open the door for you.
You open the door, and standing before you, you see the 5'10", dark-skinned, grayed beard individual that you would know as your direct captain. You have been working with him for years at this point. He was your sergeant during your first deployment and had been promoted to captain as you had been promoted to sergeant at the end of your first deployment. So you have known him for a while. How are you doing, West? I heard around the grapevine that you have a interesting group of recruits joining you.
Yeah, unfortunately, to say the least, I am kind of concerned on how this deployment's going to go, but I'm going to do my best, just like I always do, to try to get them mentally and physically prepared for what we're about to dive into. So time wasn't really on our side this time. So, based off what I've seen before, I feel it's going to be very tough on them. So I'm trying to come up with a game plan for them.
All right. As you know, the upper brass has been trying to hold us to a more strict standard of operating. I've been given a request, although I don't agree with it. Do you remember your first deployment? We had given you information about the corruption and its cause, and you were told before your first trainings, although you had limited contact with them, you were still given information. Well, the upper brass during this recruitment cycle, specifically when it comes to the combat simulation chamber, for their first involvement, they are requesting an explicit no information given. We are requested to let them know how the combat simulation chambers, the CSC, how it operates, how it works as a training ground bureau, but we are requested to not give them information as to what they will be coming into contact with.
Understood. Any particular reason why? I feel that may inhibit the team from performing at their best.
I fully agree as well, but the upper brass has less than confidence in the new recruits, and they would much rather weed out the weak and repurpose them if they don't make it. They'd rather try again for perfection than let the lesser continue on in hopes of perfection.
Well, hopefully it doesn't come to that. I'm gonna do my best to make sure that that's not the case. But if that's the way I gotta run the operation, then so be it. Not, I'm gonna be honest, I'm not very frank and happy about that, but I get it.
All right. As you know, your dossier has been given to you. You guys have 24 hours of training. As well, we have been requested to increase the size of your squadron. Waiting just outside, you will be met with a new recruit by the name of Corporal Sworn. She is an additional combat medic who is going to be leading, who's going to be joining your squadron. She has a specialization in the science and mathematical side of healing. She does have some magical capabilities just from the cloning process. She is capable of casting spells to that of a astute, intelligent level. Her skill set in the medicinal side of things and the triage side of things is more mechanical and deliberate than it is arcane based.
Okay.
But I expect you to get her up to par on what she is expected to do. She has already gone through the shooting training and she has passed, so you don't need to worry about that. But introduce her to the squad, get to know her a bit, and integrate her into the team.
Sounds good. We'll do.
All right. Well, I have other business to attend to. If you have any questions, Jeanette is always on the line. Make your way to the dorm and prepare them for the simulation chamber.
Yep, I'm about to head there right now.
Blessed be the NGC. And he
Blessed be the NGC.
salute, nods, and begins walking out of the room. At this point, you would see an individual kind of peeking their head into the room. Corporal Sworn. What is it that you're doing right now? If you would like to describe the way your character looks, their stature, anything of note that Sergeant West would need to take in mind.
Sorry,
You're good.
hard doing this. So, I'm Corporal Sworn. So I'm just in my standard uniform, pretty much pacing, twiddling my fingers, kind of nervous, fidgeting, picking at skin on my hands, just wondering what's going on. Worried about the mission. Definitely nervous to meet the team. I'm really pretty much introverted now that I've gone through the training and kind of see the NGC for what they are. In my mind, I'm pretty much against it all at this point. But we have a job to do, I understand, and I don't want to be repurposed, so I'm honing in on my abilities, which are very limited. Nervous for the combat, for sure. That's not my strong suit. I'm very much a saver, not a killer.
So
but I'll do it.
From an exterior point of view, what does he see?
He definitely sees.
Because we'll get into
Oh.
the backstory stuff through conversation, but just from the exterior, like seeing you outside.
Well, yeah, definitely in my black on black uniform. Hair is pretty much a little textured, but look a little stressed. Eyes are a little sunken in. I look pretty tired. I've been losing sleep, due to the anxiousness of everything. I'm pretty much the lower end of probably our suits because I'm new and I've just gone through hell, basically. And not really taking care of myself to the full extent during the downtime that we had. But otherwise, pretty much tired, dark eyes, sunken in, very much just nervous.
So,
That's what.
Sergeant West, this is what you see standing outside your door. What would you like to do?
Yeah. Yeah, so seeing Corporal Sworn at the door, approaching. Hey, Corporal Sworn. Sergeant West, I'm assuming this is your first day here, so it's gonna be short, sweet, to the point. You look a little tired. You look a little like you can lift you need an uplift. So here's what's gonna happen. I don't have much time to introduce ourselves or really integrate you, so I need you to go put your stuff in your barracks real quick. Make sure you have a good layout. Make sure you have all your equipment. Recheck it, double check it, triple check it, repack it, and then I need you to go and eat something. And when you go, by that time, we should have the team available to go and meet you. And Yeah, we have some training today, so keep in mind that your day is going to be pretty busy.
Well, all right, I'll go ahead and do that. Sighing aimlessly, turning around.
Sergeant West, you would also remember the thing in your pocket, the funny little red button. Just as a reminder. So,
Yes.
Corporal Sworn, you return to your barracks. You begin double checking all of your equipment. Go ahead and roll me a engineering check to check your equipment and make sure everything is up to par.
Where is that on here?
So if you go to D&D Beyond
Uh-huh.
on your character sheet,
Right.
you will go to skills,
Okay.
and then you will scroll to the bottom, and you will see a skill that says engineering. There'll be a plus or minus button next to it, and you'll click that.
Engineering.
Right here.
I don't have that. Oh yeah, I do. Okay. Do I just click on it?
Yep,
Mhm.
you just click on it, and it'll roll you some dice.
I got a 23.
23, not bad. Being as the nervous individual that you are and the very analytical, systematic person, you double check, triple check, you make sure all your weapons are clean, you have all your triage equipment with you, you are extremely confident that you have everything you need and that you are not forgetting anything. As you are doing this, we are going to shift view to the other dorm room. Sergeant West, you have made your way to the dorm room. You know your team is inside. You knock on the door. Corporal Petrov and Rex, as well as Sisyphus, you hear the knock at your door.
I will head. I will at you. It's open.
It's open. All right, I'm coming in, so I go and open the door. Hey, how come None of you open the door for your sergeant.
Go back into my rifle.
y'all need to open up the door for me when I'm here? Is that understood? What if it was Captain coming in, or some sort of high brass? Are you alright over there?
Yeah. This pin's not going back in. I think it's something's blocking it.
Yeah, we'll get that squared away real quick. Are you guys packed? Y'all ready to go?
Roger that.
As you go in with your natural perception, Sergeant West, you can hear the faint sound of on the back side of the
Who?
room.
The hell is asleep right now?
Corporal Klein immediately, sorry, Sergeant. And you see him fumble out of bed. You hear him slip, fall, and get up. He turns the corner. You see he is in his sleep attire, the shorts and shirt. He's standing at attention. You see he is covered in sweat and grime, and he's just standing there, just, Sergeant, sorry, I overslept.
Save the sorry for somebody who cares. Here's what's gonna happen. The rest of you get down, you're gonna start doing some push-ups, and you're gonna continue to do push-ups until your co-partner over there gets ready and everything done. Go now.
Yeah, more workout.
Corporal Klein kind of looks around.
Great.
Do I get now? No. Oh
Hurry
shit.
up.
Okay. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
take longer.
I'm gonna
Oh,
go
this.
ahead and roll a dexterity check to see how long it takes him. That is a 5. So, you guys see as you are doing push-ups, you see him fumbling around. You hear various shit. God damn it. Oh god, you hear him in the process of putting his weapon back together that he had not done the night before, beginning to attempt to pack everything into his bag. He had not cleaned his locker the night before after it had been opened and thrown around, so he's currently rifling around the floor. It's about 30, 45 minutes or so, And about this point, Corporal Sworn, you are making your way. You've gotten some breakfast in you, and you are making your way to the dorm room. You see Sergeant West just standing cross-armed outside in the entryway of the room, just standing there. What does she see or hear as she walks up to this dorm room? As
Slow down.
Corporal Klein is
I'm not
taking
sweating enough.
as Corporal Klein is taking forever to get his shit in order.
I'm not sweating enough, Kona. Slow the fuck down.
Sergeant West, what does she hear from you or the other individuals as she's walking up?
She's hearing me yell at them for sure, and standing there very disappointed while there's a lot of chaos going inside of the room, which you can't quite get a perfect view of, but she can see some of the other co-partners on the ground doing some push-ups.
Right. So you approach Corporal Sworn. Do you say anything as you approach?
I look up, like, in disbelief that I'm dealing with this on my first day. I sigh to myself as low as possible and say, here we go. Another NGC operator that's all about the NGC.
You would hear this out of the corner of your ear as she's approaching Corporal or Sergeant West. Although attempting to be muffled, you would hear it broad as day with your natural perception.
Right. Corporal Sworn, do you have something to say?
No, Sergeant, I don't. Sorry about that. Just having a rough day.
Understood. Do you have everything packed?
Yeah.
Awesome. Have you gotten some food yet?
Yeah, a little bit. Don't have big appetite, but I try to eat a little. Yes.
Fantastic. Well, while you're here, might as well come on in here and see what's going on, because this is your new team. And because you're here, you're going to have to do some push-ups too, until Corporal Klein gets his crap together and gets ready.
I'm sorry, Sergeant. I'm trying. I can't find... You see, he's still in the process of packing his bag. Corporal Sworn, go ahead and roll me an athletics check to see how well you do these push-ups and how out of form you are.
Okay. Let's see. And which one did you say? I'm sorry.
Athletics. Please.
Athletic. Okay. $16.
16. Not bad, not great form, but acceptable. A little above acceptable. Definitely struggling to do the push-ups, but you're doing them in good form regardless.
Sounds about right.
Another 10 minutes or so pass by, and Corporal Klein stands up. Packed and squared away, Sergeant.
Fantastic. About time. The rest of you get up. Hopefully you guys are not too tired because we have some training to do today. So what we're going to do is we're going to start heading down to the training environment. Again, hopefully you packed everything, because if you're forgetting something, you may not make it back. So let's start walking that way now.
All right.
Everybody get your stuff and let's start walking.
All right. So you all begin walking to the training grounds. And we will bring Sworn over. Are you bringing whiskey with you, Petrov?
Yes, I am.
So you would see this, Corporal Sworn, as there is a box subseated inside the wall in the living room. You would see Corporal Petrov places his hand on a scanner. It scans, and you see this box, almost like a large ammo container, about 6 foot by about 5 feet wide. He pulls it out and presses a button on the top, and you see before you this quadrupedal, massive, turret-like cannon creature unfolds from this box, and it's... You hear it whirring up. Ready to go, Corporal Petrov. And you see this
Awesome.
about 3-foot long artillery cannon on the top on a turret just. And you see it fizzle for a few seconds as the armor almost shifts, and then you see it and become invisible. And you can hear the soft sound of as it is climbing up the wall.
The hell was that?
That is Whiskey, my turret golem.
What is his purpose?
Just to assist us in combat, and also hold my alcohol. Non-alcohol.
To acquire such thing.
It was I was tasked on my final year to construct the turret golem.
You would recognize the emblem on his armor as a combat engineer, as well as you would look at Klein, who you had met before. He would have the medical patch of a combat medic, and you would see Corporal Rex would have the insignia of a security specialist. You would also notice as you look over, standing in the dark in the corner of the living room, you would see Crusader Sisyphus. You would see very pale, almost pale skin with almost a red undertone. You can see basically just under his skin, basically the veins underneath his skin. He would have stark white hair, almost effeminate look, kind of in between a guy and a girl. You would see there was a red undertone underneath his hair, and he's just standing there holding a sniper rifle. And you would see on his chest, he would have the Crusader mark of a scout. And he is just sitting there, just standing, just out of the cusp of the light, just staring at you all.
And Klein's here, right?
And
You're playing Klein?
Yes, I am playing Klein as well. Oh, Corporal Sworn, was it?
Yes.
Are you joining our squad? I thought we were only having 4 specialists.
Yeah, it's interesting. I'm kind of confused on the situation myself. But it's nice to see you. It's nice to see you here.
Yeah, lucky for us, we got Sisyphus here joining us. So hopefully having a Crusader on the team will help us out a bit.
Yeah, I'm kind of, excited about that because our last conversation, I was trying to learn a little bit more about him. So hopefully I'll get to do that here. But what seems to be going on with him? He seems a little different today.
I am completely okay. Thank you for asking, Corporal Swan.
Okay. I get it. I'll step back.
His eyes are just staring, just deadpan in your direction. You would
just
also
looking around.
You would also notice on first glance, everybody's combat attire is pretty well shaped, cleaned, put in order. Even though it's older attire, there's some scuffs here. You would see Corporal Sisyphus's armor is torn to shreds. It is charred, it is broken, it is stitched together, being held together by twine and hope. And he begins walking towards Sergeant West. Ready to go when you are.
Perfect. At least somebody on your team's ready.
A Crusader should always be ready.
I agree, and I expect nothing less from you. Thank you for being up to par so far. I can tell you right now the team's going to look up to you for a lot of the stuff that we're about to go and face.
He kind of looks in your eyes. I really hope they're prepared for what's to come. There's almost this connection of eyes meeting, knowing what is about to come.
You and me both, Sisyphus. You and me both. Let's just make sure we do the best that we can out there and look out for one another.
Alrighty. So he begins marching towards the combat trainers. You understand that he probably knows pretty well where the training grounds are. And the rest of the recruits begin following in suit. You guys. Oh, sorry. Continue saying what you want to say.
All right, guys, we're pulling up to the training area now. Get mentally prepared. There's no time to start slacking off. We need to think as a team now. I know we've been messing up on certain things. You guys have been feeling the pressures of other people's faults up to this point, and we've had no time to really integrate to know each other. So I don't expect you guys to trust me right off the get-go. Just like I would assume you question everything that I'm doing, and you should. So as we approach, mentally prepare yourself. We're one team, and we need to make sure that we all get out alive. Is that understood?
Understood.
Understood.
Perfect.
Right. You guys walk for upwards of 30 minutes. This is a massive complex. If you were watching the stream or see it, this is a massive outpost. Brand new. You look out the windows as you guys are walking, and you can see flying vehicles, whether they be personal vehicles, corporate vehicles, military vehicles. You look out over the city of New Detroit. You see ads, these large hollow screens plastered on these tall buildings, these skyscrapers extending into the air. You can see breaks in this floating city leading down to old Detroit, the ground city. You can see the smog filling the air below. Curious as to what you will be finding yourselves into. You eventually make your way to the combat simulation chamber. There is a large antechamber before you. You see multiple other squads. The combat training chamber has probably upwards of 20-25 chambers that are used for training all of the squadrons. Sergeant West, you would know that you are going to the 6th combat chamber, so you make your way there. In front of you, you see two 15-foot steel armored doors that are closed. You can see on each door there is about a 2-foot by 3-foot window on each of them, barred and chained. You kind of take a peek in, and you see the very familiar, almost cargo room that you have experienced before. There are chairs, tables. There is an armory set up where people are exchanging weaponry, getting things repaired, grabbing ammunition, making sure they check up on all their equipment before they go in. You are given an overall layout. There is a hollow screen above the two doors, and it gives you the general layout of what you are going to be going into, as well as there is a timer. The timer is set for 10 minutes. You have around 10 minutes to prepare your team, brief them on what they're going to be going through before the doors open. You guys enter, and the doors close behind you. So now is your time to talk with your team and get a game plan going.
All right, guys. So, make sure you're checking everything. I know you guys are doing that right now. Double check it, triple check it. And I know I say this a lot, but it's very important that when we go in there, we're fully prepared. Now, I can't tell you what you're going to experience, and here's why. I want you to be ready for everything and expect what you don't know. Because if you expect what you don't know, you will always be aware and you'll always be on your toes. If I tell you what to look for, you'll be so sucked into it that you may miss other things to be looking for. So go in there open-minded, take care of one another. If you have any questions for me, you let me know now.
Alright, so I have loaded up the map. This is what you were given on the hollow screen. A top-down view of the room that you will be entering. You'll be entering from the east side of the room. These doors over here. I could probably actually mark it. This is your infill position. And as soon as you are there, you see the timer. Bink, bink, bink. Begin counting down. You see other crews. You hear sirens. You hear whir, 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 as large yellow lights begin flashing and rotating as you hear the sound of doors opening. You hear other sergeants yelling, "Get in there, soldiers, get in there!" As everybody begins running in, you hear the doors close behind them. During your about 10 minutes of downtime preparing, can I have everybody roll a perception check for me to see what you can hear?
Oh wow. Nope. I don't hear nothing.
All right.
Oh.
Okay. Sworn
I did
9.
at 15.
So, it's pretty muffled sounds. You can hear the faint sound of gunfire and muffled sound of communication. Corporal Rex, you're the only one who hears this. You're a security specialist. You have high perception. You are built for understanding the information around you and are very in tune to it. What you hear is the sound of excruciating horror. You hear screaming, yelling. You hear the sound of things being torn apart at the seams, gunfire being cut short, people screaming and yelling. Within 5 minutes, you see 2 of the doors flash red. As the doors are opened, and immediately you see the on-staff medical begin rushing to the room. And the doors shut behind them. Sergeant West, you see this as well, as you look up at your timer and you have about 2 minutes.
Guys, ignore all of that. You and your heads need to be in the game. I'm looking at your faces and I understand that this may be a scary moment for a lot of you. We're going into a training environment. There's distinct smells. We're hearing things, seeing things. This is what I'm preparing you for. You've trained for this. Be confident in your skills. Think on a fly. Rely on your teammates. Sisyphus, we're all relying on you as well, because you're a crusader. But nonetheless, ask of us what we would ask of you. We're all even here. So take care of one another. Go in there clear-headed. Be confident in yourselves. Are you guys all good?
As best as I can. And I take a swig from my flask. I'm even better now.
You see
All right.
Corporal or Sergeant West, as you were preparing yourself, you see one of the on-staff combat medics come up. Are you Sergeant West?
I'm Sergeant West.
Squad 5C had total team KIA except one. He's joining your squad. Or she's joining your squad.
Roger that. So she just finished training, or she's coming from?
She's the only one that made it out of her training.
So we're putting her back in there?
I was just told to tell you. She's right behind me. You would look behind you and you would see name tagged Corporal Thorn. Ed.
Hello.
You approach, you would see a massive woman. Combat or
God.
security specialist. Exosuit in hand, M249, and you would see her covered in blood. Top down, soaked in red. As you approach this team, Corporal Thorn, you have just gotten out of one of the most brutal combat trainings you have ever been in. You are freaked out. Your adrenaline is pumping. But you stand before a new sergeant after your previous team had been completely KIA'd.
Corporal Thorn away for assessment.
Corporal Thorn, how are you doing? I know you're just coming off of a training, so how are you personally doing?
Doesn't matter at the moment, sir. Let's just get this done.
Sounds good. Well, unfortunately, this is the new team that you have, because we're the only team that you have left. So we are going back in there. I need you to ensure that you are re-upped on everything. I need to make sure that you are squared away before we get in there. We don't have a lot of time to prepare, so you need to do it quickly. Here's your team. We have Corporal Rex, Corporal Klein, Petrov, and Corporal Sworn, including Sisyphus. If you need anything from us, you let us know now before we go in there. So when we go in there, we can go and take the fight to them.
Copy all,
Corporal
Sergeant.
Thorn, you're kind of caught off guard because you do see Sisyphus standing there, and you would know that he's a Crusader from your BCT. So you would recognize him.
Yes.
Is Nova back from bathroom break? Right.
Is
So-
Corporal Thorn came unscathed from that?
Covered in blood, multiple gashes. Healthy,
Not all of it's my blood.
but worse for wear. What do you
Nicely scarred. Yeah.
describe what you look like to the other corporals as you approach?
5'10", muscular, covered in blood. Not my own blood. A little bit of guts, a little bit of brains. A couple like scratches, scrapes. Carrying a 249.
Still smoking.
Still smoking.
Do you
Clothing
need
a little
any
bit
heal-
ripped because of all that.
Do you need any
Healing?
Thorn?
I wouldn't think so.
You'd be good on health. The
Yeah.
other combat medics kind of got you up to par.
Yeah.
So, that being said,
Let me take a swig out of your flask.
Oh, here.
Thank you. Get the nerve straight.
You know, this is wild, but I'm really looking forward to this. This sounds absolutely crazy.
What are we, some type of suicide squad?
Be careful
No,
what y'all wish for.
I'm
Alright.
just crazy.
Well, Rex, if you're so confident, you maybe should take the front.
so as
Fuck yeah.
the timer starts counting down, you see 20, 19, 18, 17, counting down 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. The doors begin opening.
All right, guys, let's get in there.
I'm ready.
Let's do this.
Alright, here
Hopefully
goes
you
nothing.
guys can hear the music.
You can.
Oh, awesome. Nice.
So, what is your guys' walking order? Who's in first?
Rex.
Definitely Rex. He's rearing to go.
Rex hops in first. Who's up next?
I'll go next.
Hell yeah.
Thorn and Rex on the front lines. Who's going next?
Fucking
I'm-
big dogs
I'm
up
behind
here.
him.
You're right behind him.
Yep.
I assume Petrov and Whiskey are next.
Yes.
And then the two combat medics, Corporal Sworn and Corporal Kona Klein.
Yeah, the
You
little
feel like
baby in the back.
As soon as you guys step in, you hear the doors close behind you. The room is dark. You all sit in a moment of wait as you see the lights flickering on as the entire room is lit up. You are met with the
Is that
room
whiskey?
in front of you.
Definitely not
You
whiskey.
see cargo containers, storage crates. You see walkways above you. This looks like an industrial storehouse. And as you enter, most of you see something that you have seen before. You see about 4 D-class prisoners in the red and black jumpsuits standing in the middle. You see they have pistols in their hand, and you see all of them frantically looking above. You
What
hear
the
a few
fuck?
of
Where
them
are we?
bring out shots. Bang, bang, bang. They're over here. And within the next few seconds, you see about 3 of the D-class prisoners standing there. You see them bisected. You see the top half of their bodies splattered across the wall to the side of them. You see 1 down. You see 2 down. You see 3 down. You see something come out of the shadow and rip them asunder. And as this happens, you see the final prisoner. You hear him yell out, "Fuck this!" And he begins running towards you all. And you see him booking it towards you, pistol in hand.
Whoa,
You do.
whoa, whoa! Where are you going? Where are you going? What's going
Gun
on?
him
Give a
down.
shot,
Get
Sergeant.
guns
I
on him.
kill
Get
him.
guns
I
on
kill
him.
him. I kill him. I kill him. I shoot at him.
You see Corporal Thorne immediately raise the rifle. Go ahead and roll a roll to hit with your M249.
I just clicked the +9 thing.
Yep.
This asshole's mine.
Get him. Get guns on him.
Not if I shoot him first.
Oh god.
18. You hear shots ring out. Bang, bang, as you see him just splatter across the ground and slide to you all as he is running.
Dang, nice shots, Thorn.
All
I
right.
respect it.
So, welcome to combat. If I could have everybody roll a
Lord.
initiative check.
That feels great.
Bear with me.
Where's that?
Skills. A what? A perception?
Initiative.
Initiative.
Oh, that's lovely. I hope the
Where is
Where
my
is it? I'm
initiative?
lost.
It'll be on the first screen with all of
Player
your
armored class.
Oh,
abilities.
Oh, I'm retarded. Don't mind me.
I hope
15
Rex
plus
gets
4,
the
19.
lovely high initiative.
15.
19.
All right, give me 1 second.
I shot the shit out of that guy.
I think I did the wrong initiative.
This is fun. I like make believe.
All right. So let me go ahead and roll for Corporal Klein. That is
Nice.
God damn.
so that is a 21 on Corporal Klein. Corporal Petrov, what did you roll?
Rolled a 9.
A 9. Corporal Rex.
Sorry, I think I rolled the wrong one.
Let me check. That's intelligence save. It'll say initiative.
Yeah.
It's the one that's
Try to
your
use
armor
your
class.
armor. Yeah.
Next one. Jeez, there's so many.
No, you're
That's
good.
what I was
My
saying.
bad.
So much information.
Oh shit.
What did you get? What did you get?
23.
Nice.
Nice.
Corporal
Sorry.
Sworn, what did you get on initiative?
A 15.
15. Corporal Thorn,
19.
19. And Sergeant West.
I got a whole 6.
Okay.
Wow.
Yay.
Damn.
No, I'm not
slacking.
last.
I
Slacking.
made this guy sergeant.
Guy stinks.
All right. So. Oh, I didn't actually. Maybe if I actually had you guys visible, that would be useful. All right. So, top of the initiative, Corporal Rex, you're up. It is your turn. In your turn, you have your movement, an action, and a bonus action. So if you wish to move, you can move at any point during your turn. But you have an action that you can use and a bonus action.
Okay.
So we'll make it easy. Let's start with your movement. Is there anywhere you want to move?
Yeah, I'm gonna move up to this, the right side barrier to
Alright.
post up for security.
5, 10, 15, 20. So we've got 20 of your 30 movement. And you guys can move your characters. Every square is a 5-foot box. All of you but Thorn have a 30-foot movement. Corporal Thorn, you have a 40-foot movement.
Oh, nice.
Right.
Yes.
So
I can't find one.
immediately right after the prisoner is shot dead, immediately Corporal Rex books it to the side of a container and posts himself up right on the corner, keeping an eye out. Is there anything you wish to do for your action now?
Yeah, I'm going to throw a flash out into where the prisoners were.
Alrighty. Go ahead and roll. I'd say for your action, go ahead and roll a dexterity check to see how well you threw the flash.
Those 2 feet in front of him.
Actually, do you have a flashbang? That's a good question.
I don't know.
Check your inventory.
Did you forget to pack a flash?
He does not have a flashbang.
Dang. Rip.
So I'm gonna.
I would have done it there too. At a 21.
So you pick up something from your bag and you throw it. You see it is a container of beans, and you see it ding, roll to the center of the room. Sergeant
We're
West,
so
Nice one.
you see this.
Good enough.
I'm gonna let you guys know. There are a few things you can do with your action if you do not see contact. If you don't see contact, you can do what's called holding your turn. What you will do is you'll say, I would like to hold my turn. You will describe what you are holding and the trigger for it. So if you don't see an enemy, you can say, I'm going to hold my turn to fire until I see an enemy. You forgo the rest of your turn, but you are able to hold that position. And if the trigger is met, then you will get to attack or do what you had said. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. I should have done that.
All right. I'm going to say you fail to throw a flashbang that you don't have, so I will give you the opportunity. If you want to hold an attack action with your rifle, you can do that.
Yeah, I'm gonna hold until I see some more movement.
All right. End of your turn. It is Klein's turn. Klein is immediately going to 5, 10, 15. He is going to huddle in this kind of in between these boxes, and he is going to pull his rifle up, and he is also going to hold his turn until he sees any combatants. All right, so that's going to be the end of his turn. Corporal Thorn, your turn.
I move up right behind Corporal Rex and hold my fucking pack.
All right. Which direction are
And
you?
I reload
Which direction are you looking?
to the right
To the right.
because he's holding left. Yeah.
All right.
We got a skill check to reload.
You go
Nope.
before
That
me.
is a bonus action to reload, so you can quickly throw in another mag. So
All right.
everybody should be up on ammo. So I'm gonna say now, next to your weaponry, you'll see R20 or R10. For those with LMGs, you have R50. When you fire a shot, if you have a piece of paper or whatever, mark down. Once you get to 0, you have to reload. All right?
Oh.
And that'll be a part of your turn at that point. It'll be a bonus action to reload. In your inventories, you will see extra bullets. Your R20 is a full mag. So most of you have an extra magazine in your inventory, plus 2 extra pistol magazines. Right? So, that being said, Corporal Thorn, you are holding your weapon up, you throw a fresh mag in, you're posted up, and you're ready to go. Right? Next
Mhm.
turn. Immediately, what you guys see, Corporal Thorn and Corporal Rex, you see this creature appear above you. You hear the sound of bone and sinew dragging across this metal container. You immediately pull your rifle and you look up and you see this massive ball of flesh, teeth, and eyes staring down upon you. This large sinew, almost ball of yarn looking creature made of flesh, bones, teeth, eyes, and mouths. As it's looking down upon you, as soon as you see it, you both raise your gun and you immediately take fire as you were holding a turn. So I'm going to start with Corporal Rex. Corporal Rex, go ahead and roll an attack roll with your rifle.
That's this one next to R50, right?
Yep, it'll be the +8 right next
Yeah.
to, and you will get to fire twice.
Okay.
Shoot him.
One.
Not again.
20 plus 8, so 28.
Oh, is that a natural 20?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a natural 20.
All right.
Okay,
Yeah,
natural.
boy.
So when you roll a natural 20 during a attack roll, it means that you get to roll twice the damage. So rather than 2d10 plus 5, you're rolling 4d10 plus 5, which I think it should have auto-selected. Next to your M249, you should see 4d10 plus 5.
Yeah.
So, all right. So you successfully hit. Go ahead and roll for damage.
Is that? Oh, yeah. Oh my gosh. One. Who's that? 0. Yes. Ah, damn it.
Oh, I forget your dice roll really slow. 'cause your
30,
computer is-
32.
32.
Yes, sir.
All right. So as soon as you pull your rifle up, bang, bang, you fire. Within the first bullet, you see it just blown to smithereens as it just and showers both you and
Oh,
Corporal
gross.
Thorn in blood and viscera. Immediately
Ah, yeah, I
raining
love
down,
it.
you see just a splatter of red across the cargo container.
You're sick.
You have successfully killed it. Sorry, I do descriptions of monsters when they die and such.
Oh no, I'm just adding to commentary
Oh,
as if I'm up today.
oh, gotcha. Okay, sounds good.
Yeah, its head lands near Sworn.
I
It
think
feels
he's
so
been
alive now.
Rolls
Think
on
you
the
were Rex.
Yeah, the head just rolls
So-
towards Sworn.
As that happens, Thorn, you also instinctually pull up and fire twice. Bullets going shredding through it. So both of you mark down 2 bullets.
Okay, where's my notes?
You guys have 50 bullets, so I don't expect you to reload anytime soon. But
Okay.
you also, if you throw a mag on the ground and you have ammo in it, you use the ammo. All right. So after that, what you guys see and what you guys hear as a team is you hear the crawling and the sound of more of these creatures around the room.
Oh shit.
Ones you, so far, you can only see one.
Whiskey, is that you?
Hey guys, keep your eyes peeled. There's more of them coming.
Fuck.
Again, not whiskey, still back here.
I know.
So you see 2 more of these creatures appear on the tops of these cargo containers. You see legs almost like that of like tendrils latch on and roll itself and pull itself up onto the cargo container. And as it pulls forward, this first one, he is going to, let's measure this out.
Holy NGC.
There we go. All right.
Holy
Corporal
fuck.
West, immediately in the back of your head, you come back to your deployment as this thing jumps, you see it uses its tendrils to grab on and latch onto the walkways above as it and jumps towards you and lands in front of you. It is then going to make a pseudopod attack towards you,
Absolutely not. I'm gonna go ahead and dodge that.
which is a natural 20. So, are you using your uncanny dodge?
Yeah.
So that will negate the natural 20, and it will have the damage. You were lucky. All right. So you will take only 9 points of slashing damage
Dang, dude.
and 4 points of psychic damage. As it runs up, you guys, the rest of the team, see it run up and just begin tearing into Sergeant West. Sergeant West quickly jumping and diving just out of the way of this attack, but still getting scathed by the laceration of these bones, teeth, tongues just lashing out at him.
Ugh, so it was like
got
a
me,
giant tumor.
stupid.
I'm on it.
As you see your right arm, Sergeant West, just a massive gash through your armor as you're bleeding down your arm now.
God.
God, it got me.
End of its turn. This next one is going to jump and use.
No, not again.
This one is just. And it is going to crawl across, not attacking, but you see it held up in the corner of the room, this ball of flesh and sinew sticking kind of in the corner, just staring down upon you. Corporal Sworn, it is your turn. You see this ball of flesh just staring at you now from about 15 feet away.
Okay. I'm gonna do a lightning strike.
Fireball!
Oh my god.
Boom! Everybody's gone.
Grenade!
I don't
All
care
right.
how big the room
Wait,
is. I
hold on.
cast fireball.
Hold
No.
on. Where am I? Hold on, let me see on the map. Oh,
Next
Lord.
to
mercy.
whiskey.
So you were right in the back. You have your back
You're
against
next to
the
Will.
massive steel doors.
So, question.
Yes.
My lightning strike goes up, is at 60 feet. Is
Yes.
that manageable 60 feet, or does it have to be 60 feet?
It's anywhere from 10 feet to 60 feet.
Okay,
So
'cause
anywhere
that's what
within
I'm
there you can accurately hit. If it's above 60 feet, you have disadvantage. If it's below 10 feet, like they're in melee range, that's disadvantage. But you're at a distance where you can throw your hand out. And are you using this for your action or your bonus action? You can use a cantrip for either. It's up to you.
I'm gonna use it as my action.
All right. Okay, so you throw your hand forward. You guys see this as the lights around Corporal Sworn go dark, as the electricity imbues around her arm. It turns this bright blue color as she reaches her hand out, and this arc of electricity just across the room and heads towards this corruption. Go ahead and roll an attack roll for me.
Okay. Is that this one?
Charge my phone.
Gonna be the +7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Watch
I have
-2.
my phone out, putting it out. Charge it.
It's a 14.
Yeah, literally. Charge my phone.
14 does hit.
Okay. Lord have mercy, that's scary.
So go ahead and roll for damage. Also, you're looking at your action screen, right?
Yes.
Next to it.
If you go to your spell screen, you'll be able to see all of your spells because it only puts a few on the front
Yeah.
page. But you'll be able to go to spells to actually see everything you can do. Cantrips you can use as bonus actions or actions, depending on what you want. Most actual leveled spells, ones you use a spell slot for, are typically gonna be actions.
Okay. I rolled a 7 on damage.
7 for damage. So this electricity arcs out towards this creature, and you see the electricity blow through its body. You see chunks of its flesh fly off and begin cindering on the ground as you hear just that as it begins riling itself up to its
You hear me in the background hooting, hollering, yeah!
All right, Corporal
Thank God.
Swan, you have movement and you have a bonus action.
All right. So
Fireball.
let's see.
Oh my
I'm moving towards Sergeant West behind him.
All right, so
And
you
then
can
my
move-
bonus.
You can move 15 feet to get behind Sergeant West, or you can move
Alright.
past him for 20, 25, 30. So you could get to Corporal Thorn if you wanted to.
Nah, he's alright by himself.
All right. So
She-
Sergeant West, you see Corporal Sworn immediately just beeline it towards you and slam her back against the wall right behind you. You see her
Thanks
hand
for
is still
that.
arcing with electricity.
Thanks for that. Please don't touch me.
Get the fuck away from me. You're gonna fry me.
I'm a little jittery right now. I won't
No,
touch this.
You're doing good. You're doing good.
You left the sergeant.
All right, you got a bonus action. What you can do for
Alright.
a bonus action is you can either unarmed strike, stab with your knife, or you can cast the magic weapon spell.
I was gonna do the magic weapon spell.
All right. So if you go
She
to your
misses and hits
if you go to
sergeant.
your spell screen,
Uh-huh.
you will see magic weapon under
Yes.
second level. You'll go ahead and mark off a second level spell slot.
Okay.
And just so you understand what this does, you can touch a non-magical weapon until the spell ends. That weapon becomes a magic weapon with a +1 bonus to attack rolls and damage rolls. So what? Now that you're near Sergeant West, are you touching one of your own weapons, his weapon? What are you imbuing with this magical property?
Well, hold on. So am I supposed to click something on here?
Nope.
Oh.
Just mark the second level spell slot. And then I'll talk you through what we're doing with it.
Okay. What weapon am I using it on? My rifle.
Your rifle. All right. So you tap your rifle on your chest, and it immediately glows this bright yellow color. So anytime you make an attack with your rifle, you can add a +1 to the hit, and you can add a +1 to any damage. It is
Okay.
it is a concentration spell, which means you have to keep concentration on it. If you
Lord.
take any damage, you will have to roll to see if you can maintain concentration on that spell.
Okay.
All right. So that would be
Yes.
the end of your turn. Corporal Petrov, you are up. You and Whiskey have the same turn order.
Oh, lovely. Is it a separate thing that whiskey does, or is it kind of
So-
on my act?
If you go to your extras, you'll see Whiskey in there. You can click him, and you can see what he's able to do.
Lovely.
But we'll start with you, and then we'll do Whiskey next.
Awesome.
So you've got your movement, action, and bonus action.
Is Corruption A and B still alive?
Yep.
A is down.
Nope. A's up.
Oh,
He's up, yeah.
He was
still
he
up.
was shot,
B's
but he was
dead.
not killed.
Gotcha.
C was dead. C, Corporal Rex, and Thorn killed.
Oh wait,
Okay.
B's up, but it's just shot.
A is up. He just took damage. B is currently up in the ceiling, and then
I was just watching.
I can actually go ahead and just so you guys know, I'm gonna mark this one in black. That's one that you killed.
Oh, is that the ring around the icon, or?
Yep. So the
Yeah.
black ring means he's dead. So you have one dead one up here. These two are alive.
Okay, so Petrov looks at the Corruption A, then points at him with the Havoc Blaster. Alright, let's see if this works.
Petrov, fuck that dude up.
I will use Firebolt.
Firebolt as a bonus action or an action.
Sure. I could use that as a bonus action.
Yep. All cantrips you can use as bonus actions.
I will use it. Well, if I use a bonus action, can I still control Whiskey, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Your turn is completely separate from Whiskey's.
Okay. I will use it as a bonus action then.
All right, go ahead and roll to hit.
All right. Oh yeah, that's a hit.
21.
21.
Yes.
You stupid. No, I'm not.
All right.
They're getting mopped
So-
in here.
Go ahead and roll for damage.
It's a vine.
All right.
11.
11.
Mm.
Actually, I need to swap.
There you go.
There we go. Now I have it correct. How much damage?
11 damage.
11 points of damage. So you throw your Havoc Blaster on your arm. This mechanical structure of arcane magic. As you throw your hand forward, you guys see this bolt of fire just immediately curl out of this gauntlet, and it slashes right through this corruption. You see a massive chunk of it get blown off as it starts burning and becoming singed as its flesh ignites on fire.
Oh,
From
the
what
smell
you
of
from
flesh.
what you can see, it looks like it is very concerned with it currently being on fire, and it may or may not have a harder time hitting you.
Interesting.
All right, so
I can't believe that worked.
you have your action. You have your action.
Alrighty. I will.
Shoot that motherfucker.
I will draw out my pistol and then take a shot at it.
All right, go ahead and roll to hit.
15.
15 does hit. Go ahead and roll for damage. As soon as you fire, you immediately, with your offhand, pull your pistol, point it, fire a shot at it.
7.
7. Nice. 7 points of damage. And actually, let me read something. Alright, so 7 points of damage to Corruption B. You see the shot that you fire immediately blows a hole through the general center area of it. It looks extremely hurt. It is barely being held together as it is trying to get itself back up in order to prepare to attack.
You're still alive.
It's not alive much longer.
All right, you have movement if you wish.
Alrighty. Let's see.
We should probably get out of its way.
I don't think it's moving very quickly.
Yeah, but
You
we
would
also
also
got
have to
another
move
one.
into its combat range to do that.
Yeah, I'm trying. That's why because if I do that and then try leaving out of combat range, it's an opportunity attack.
Yep.
Yep. Nope, I'm not them. Just gotta move back one.
You see him step back, pistol in hand, and run his back
I'm sorry.
into the steel door.
Um,
Alright,
Sorry.
Yep.
That is the end of your turn. It is now Whiskey's turn.
Lovely. Let me look at him again.
So he has a 10-foot walking or a 10-foot climbing speed and a 15-foot walking speed.
All right. I'm actually gonna have Whiskey move in front of me now.
All right, so you see it step, and you see the cloak. Well, depending on what you do, because it's currently invisible. But what are you having it do?
Let's see. Hell. Whiskey, use buckshot.
All right.
No.
So
Go, guys.
as you see its turrets. Well, you don't see it; it's invisible, but you hear it, and you hear a clunk, and then bang!
Webbit.
A shotgun blast, boom, past. Go ahead and roll to attack.
2
there you
damage.
How do I do with that?
So in the bottom left of your screen, you'll see dice.
Yep.
Just roll a d20, and you'll just add the modifier on your own. So it'll be a +5. And that would be a...
Let's see.
Let's hope nobody is in the way. Okay, luckily, West, you were just outside the area of that buckshot.
I hope so at that range.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. And then add the whatever.
Yep, so +5, so that'd be a 17 to hit. So that works. You successfully hit him. Go ahead and roll 2d8, and then add 3. And that'll be the damage. Also, I will remind you, because he's invisible, he does get advantage on attack rolls.
2 and a
When
5.
he's in- So 2 and a 5, so that's 7 plus 3. So that is 10 points of damage. You guys see this shotgun blast just eviscerate this ball of flesh in front of you as gore and viscera just scatters the room in front of you. The burning flesh begins to continue to cinder on the ground as the smell of burnt and charred flesh enters your nose. Whiskey does have an extra attack with his main turret if he wishes to use it.
Great. I want now Whiskey to turn his attention to Corruption A.
All right. And roll with advantage on this.
Awesome. Hold up.
Yep, you're good. We're all learning here.
Wait,
2d10.
yeah. Wait, why is he in the Mac?
2d10. Oh, you click it twice. Oh, you click the item twice for more die rolls. Oh,
Yeah,
that's
so
nice.
roll a d20 first to see if you hit.
Oh, yeah, yep.
So 2d20, use the higher.
Yep. Awesome.
Ooh.
And then another.
Golly.
So that's a 10, and what was the second one?
6.
10 and a 6, so 10 plus 5, that'll be a 15, that'll hit. So go ahead and roll 2d10. And then add 3.
All right.
Bang! Bang! You were all deaf, by the way, as this artillery cannon is fired like 2 feet from you. So 2d10.
Damn it, my ear whiskey.
So that's 12 plus
So 15.
3, so 15 points. You see this 30 millimeter cannon just boom, and you see just half of this
Jesus.
creature just scatter across the wall as it and falls straight down
On top of you.
on top of your medic, Corporal Konakline. You immediately hear him yell, "Ah!" as it slams and lands on top of him. Technically, they're in the same space. So you see this creature now writhing around.
Oh, my bad.
Sergeant West, it is your turn. You have only used your reaction so far to dodge. But you see Corporal Klein immediately be landed on by half of this creature as it begins swarming around him.
I want to take a shot with my sniper rifle.
All right, you immediately
Oh, God.
pull it up and bang. Go ahead and roll an attack roll.
Don't miss.
Ooh, 23. That definitely hits. Go ahead and roll for damage on that one.
Alright. $16.
16. Bang! You blow another section of this creature off onto the wall. You see Corporal Klein kind of push it off him, but you still see it writhing around. It is holding on by a stubbed toe level of health.
Yay, stupid!
All right, you have your bonus action.
Okay. I will use my psychic blades.
All right.
I'll use my a dexterity for that.
All right. So go ahead and roll the hit.
Oof.
10.
10.
All right. What does this look like as you're casting this innate spell? What do your allies see as you do this, as the ethereal blades come out?
They see this glow of mystical power of spawning a weapon into my hand, which resembles a sword type weapon system. And then I will go ahead and throw it at the corruption.
You see it glide through the air. With a 10, however, you miss. And you see Kona Klein standing there as the blade comes towards him. He moves just slightly as it ting, shatters into the wall about an inch away from his head.
Sorry.
Oh,
move out of the way.
Fuck, Sarge.
Move out of the way.
As you see this creature beginning to crawl up on him now. You have your movement if you wish to use it.
My movement? Okay.
So you have 30 feet of movement. And you can move your character where you want them to go.
Okay.
And you can move diagonal as well.
Okay. I'm gonna go. I'll move up to here.
All right. Sworn, you see Sergeant West immediately abandon you and run across the room.
Well, I'm still looking at him, trying to get another angle.
What the hell? I'm over here trying to protect you. You're hurt.
About this
I can
time,
heal
as
you.
you go across, Sergeant West, you look up over your shoulder as you see one hanging onto the box near you. Looking down as you run around the corner, you immediately stop in your tracks and look up.
It's not over, guys. We got more of them.
All right. End of your turn. Corporal Rex, you're up, buddy.
1, 2,
You see
3,
Corporal
4.
Klein fighting with this creature in front of him.
I'm
She see it
gonna,
one more time.
Fire an LMG towards Klein. You did hear Sergeant West call out as well.
Option A, help
Yeah.
West. Option B, help Klein.
yeah.
Option C, do
Option
nothing.
C,
They have
let
it.
them all die.
Just a
Yeah,
telltale shit.
I'm gonna go for option C. I need to pull secure. No, okay.
You got it. You got it, Big Sword.
Who goes after me?
Me.
Klein is on deck, and then Thorn.
Okay. Right, so I'm gonna go for the one on Klein. You go for the one on West. Got it?
Rah.
Alright, I'm gonna move towards Klein. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to move there.
All right.
Damn, everybody's leaving.
You can get into
Okay.
you can get into direct combat if you wish.
Ooh, how good is my guy in hand to hand?
Is it
that's
Corruption B dead?
That's a
Yeah, Corruption B.
Plus-
Any of the ones with the black around are dead.
yeah, no, I know that.
You're talking about
I'm
A.
just saying how
correction
good
A.
am I?
Oh, A is alive.
I'm trying to go.
A is still alive by a thread. You
So I
actually
need
have
to
good
throw melee.
hand-to-hand combat. You've got a 5
Yeah.
damage to it.
I can move up to him, right?
Yeah, you can move up and run to his person.
Okay. I'm gonna get that and just absolutely haymaker that thing, just through the skull.
All right, go ahead and roll your
Uppercut.
go ahead and
Hadouken!
roll your first attack.
My first attack.
Yep,
So would
you
that
get
be
2 attacks per action, so it would be unarmed strike.
okay?
This dude, give him the old 1-2.
Give him the old
Yeah.
boom boom. With your
Yeah, you
razor.
see?
Just-
I'll give you the old 1-2, you see?
Come on, 17.
Uppercut.
Eight.
Left hook.
8 misses.
Okay.
You go and you try to slam to it. It's being squirrely and it moves out of the way.
Well, I got 15.
Oh, 15?
Because
Yeah,
I forgot to add the
Yeah.
7.
15 will hit, so you immediately, boom, slam your fist into it for 5 points of damage. As you do, it immediately just crumples and stops moving.
Way to go, Rex.
As it just, you pull your gauntlet up as it kind of sticks.
It's
As it kind of sticks, you hear it scraping on the bone of the inside of this. And just
I'm
kinda hot.
gonna rip its head off too.
it doesn't have a head, it's a ball of flesh.
Oh
Kinda
man.
hot.
It's like packaged meat.
Don't worry, I'm gonna slam
Ground
into
beef,
it again
ground beef.
just to punch again.
Alright, so that's the end of your turn. It is Klein's turn. Klein is immediately going to 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. He's gonna move up here with Sergeant West. You see him immediately run up and put his back to the wall and just. You see he's red from head to toe. You guys don't have your masks yet, so you're just open face. So he is just covered in wet.
Klein, we're not. You see the one on the right?
Oh fuck! God damn it! And he begins to raise his rifle. He is going to. Make a shot with his. He's gonna actually make 2 shots with his rifle. The first one is an 11, and the next one is also an 11. So you see him kind of freaking out in the moment as he rises up and bam, bam, as you see it just tink, tink, just off the storage container. You see he's breathing heavy and kind of freaking the fuck out.
Klein, you gotta relax. You gotta relax, man.
He's gonna raise his hand and he is going to cast Sacred Flame. You see this bright yellow divine energy arc out of his hand towards this creature. This creature
Sayonara.
is going to make
Focus, Klein.
dexterity saving throw. And it is going to get a 13, which fails. So he is going to roll damage. 7 points of Sacred Flame. So you see, as he freaks out, he drops his weapon to the sling, raises his hand, arcs this celestial energy towards this creature as it slams into it, and you see it begin burning with this radiant energy as it and starts crawling down towards you.
You gotta go.
That is the end of his turn. Corporal Thorn, you are up.
I run up to. Can I activate Rage?
As a bonus action, yes, you can activate Rage.
Let me activate Rage, run towards West, and throw a javelin at the Corruption Sea.
All right, what does this Rage look like to everybody else? Is it mechanical in nature? Is it emotional in nature?
Emotional in nature. I don't want to see another sergeant die brutally to one of these fuckfaces.
All right.
So I lose control a little.
Okay, go ahead and mark off one of your Rage counters. So you get advantage on strength checks and saving throws. You get a +2 to melee damage with strength weapons, and you are resistant to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage. And I will mark you as orange for Rage. Alright, so you pick up one of your spare javelins, and you chuck it at this creature. Go ahead and roll. Go ahead and roll to hit.
13
13
plus 7.
13 plus 7. God
20.
dang, dirty 20. All right, immediately
Nice.
you take the javelin out of your hand, you chuck it, and you see it just pierces straight through this creature, just spatters on the wall. Go ahead and roll for damage. And as you are raging, go ahead and add a 2 to the damage as well.
So like 6 plus 12. Yeah, 12.
Dang, that's max damage.
Boom.
That's max damage you could have gone. All right.
Nice.
So you throw it, and immediately it right through it. All right, you have another attack.
I lift up my 249 and start shooting.
All right, so go ahead and fire twice with your M249.
Good hit, Thorn.
So roll for a hit.
Yep. You're gonna roll to hit twice.
Dang. So 22,
That'll hit.
and then 22 and 19.
Both of those will hit. Okay, go ahead and roll damage twice.
Yes.
Very nice.
That's a lot of damage. That's gonna be a lot of damage.
Now that's a lot of damage.
I expect nothing less from your character.
Okay,
14.
John Safari.
14 for the first one. Nice. And the second one?
And 6 plus 4 plus 19. 14 and
Dang,
19.
bro.
Nice.
Immediately, you just blow this thing to cinders as it just immediately
Say hello to
falls
my
out
little friend.
and just lands on the floor dead.
And mind you, I'm shooting right next to Wes, so he just deaf.
Yep. Immediately. You're shooting over Sergeant West's head right now.
Get down, big
Got
sword.
his barrel on his shoulder. Ah.
Yeah, it's a buddy system shoot.
I got you.
I mean, I think at this
That
point,
was
Wes is
another
just like,
one.
I cannot hear after whiskey and then Thorn.
All right. So, as this happens, you see, at the end of your turn, you see two more appear. One
Oh
right
my
over
fucking
Corporal, one right over Corporal Sworn, and the other one right over Klein.
Jesus.
Sworn, you're standing there with your back. You immediately look up as you see this creature come over the edge.
Oh shit.
It like rolls over her. She feels the wetness of it.
You
I
look
feel
up,
like
Picks up.
everything's dripping from the sky.
so you feel as its tendrils wrap around you and pull you up towards it.
Oh god,
go
get
ahead-
this shit off me.
Go ahead and roll a strength saving throw. Not a strength
Oof.
check, but a strength saving throw.
Strength saving.
I saved the
throw.
sergeant. Who's gonna save the corporal?
Where's that at?
It would be you're on mobile, right?
Mobile. Yeah. Oh, you said strength saving throw, right?
Yes.
Roll that one.
Yep, saving throw.
Okay. I got a 8.
8. You guys turn around as you hear her scream as it pulls it, and you see this thing completely engulf her, pulling her up onto
Oh my God.
the top of this storage container out of sight as you hear screaming.
Fuck, no.
No one needs to get to her now.
You take 5 points of slashing damage and 3 points of
Oh,
psychic
fuck.
damage as it has grabbed you and is beginning to absorb you, as it is tearing you asunder.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Petra, whiskey, that's you.
She is about 10 feet up in the air on top of this container.
Petra, get whiskey to get up there and handle that.
Somebody better get this shit off me.
Help me! Help me!
Get the stupid black shit off me!
Is the corruption like grappling her then, or?
Yes.
All right. Yeah.
So
That-
at the end of that one's turn, it is now Corruption E's turn. Being over you guys,
Oh.
it is going to see that Corporal Thorn is being a little bit of a nuisance, and that is within
course.
range. Corporal Thorn, go ahead and roll a strength saving throw.
Where's that?
It'll be on the left side of your screen. Just under. It'll be the top left, just under your stats.
I'm gonna say saving throws. Have your strength, dexterity, all that stuff.
Okay. Let's see what I get. Let's see what I get. 5. 12.
12. Immediately, you see Corporal Thorn, as this creature is on the scaffolding above, immediately grab Thorn and rip him up to him and start tearing into him. Corporal Thorn, within seconds, you see this creature on top of you just clawing at your armor. You take 7 points of slashing damage and 1 point of psychic damage as it has pulled you up onto this
Dang,
container,
dude.
tearing into you. Sergeant West, you whip around and you immediately see Thorn just arc into the sky as this thing rips him off the ground.
Can I attack him right now or no?
Technically, he would be leaving your melee range, so yeah, you could get an opportunity attack with your.
Okay. Yeah, if I can, I'd like to take my sniper.
Don't
I'd
hit
say
me.
because he's moving at a further distance, yeah, you can take a shot with your sniper.
Okay.
Get the stupid black shit off me. Oh, God.
Fuck! Help me! Help
Now,
me!
fuck, it's got me.
Got a 10.
You arc your rifle up, and just as you're about to fire, one of the tendrils reaches out and smacks the gun as it boom right into the ground. All right, Corporal Sworn, you are up.
All right.
You're currently being torn to shreds by this creature.
Hold on a second.
Wait, how do I subtract that of my health?
All right.
So you'll click on your health, and you'll type
yes.
in 8 and then click damage.
Dang, 72 health, bro.
All right. So this thing's wrapped around me.
And it is currently clawing at your chest, trying to get through your armor.
All right. So I'm gonna pull out my M4A1
All right.
because it has that magic spell on it still.
You did take damage, so go ahead and roll for concentration.
Oh damn.
You're gonna roll a Constitution saving.
Okay.
A 10 or greater is a success. A 9 or lower is a failure.
What you get a 2?
Damn. Okay. Shh. Don't say that.
Get a 10.
Team, they got
Yeah,
more corners.
14.
Yeah.
14. So you keep your
14.
concentration as you begin to try to orient your rifle to take 2 shots at it. These will be at disadvantage as you are within melee range.
Damn.
So if you, I believe on, give me 1 second. I believe on your character sheet, if you go to make an attack, you can hold on the M4A1. You can hold
Mhm.
press on that +4, and you can click disadvantage, and then you can click roll. So the idea of advantage and disadvantage is advantage, you roll 2d20 and take the higher. Disadvantage, you roll 2d20 and take the lower.
Dang it. Okay. So you want me to roll the disadvantage, right?
Yep, because you're in melee range, you can't really orient the rifle well.
And I was thinking about that too, but all right. 15.
15 with disadvantage.
Damn.
You're just able to orient enough where you're able to get a shot off in its chest. Go ahead, roll for damage.
Right. $15.
15, not bad at all. And it would be 16 because you have magical weapon up. So
Oh, the 16. Yeah, +1.
So 16. Immediately, Sergeant West and the rest of you hear bang from above as you see blood spatter on the ceiling. Go ahead and roll your second attack.
You got lucky.
With disadvantage.
Oh, crap. I did without. Sorry.
You'll just roll again and we'll use whichever one's lower.
Okay. Oof. 5.
Ooh.
Oof. And you met a natural 20 and a natural 1. That sucks. So with a natural 1, you go to pull your rifle up and you pull the trigger and you hear a click. Your
Malfunction.
weapon has jammed.
Fucking weapon. I checked this thing 3 times.
So you fire once. You're trying to move around. The bolt opening is just too close to it. So when you go to fire, the other shell is stuck in the chamber. You can't get that shot.
Fuck.
You now have your bonus action.
Yeah. Oh. I'm gonna do 2-weapon fighting.
All right, so
Magic weapon.
you're gonna unarmed strike for 0 damage.
What?
Your unarmed strike has a damage output of 0.
I know.
Fucking squeak.
So you go to punch it, and you just can't get your arm into a good position. So that'll be the end of your turn. You hear them screaming. Corporal Petrov, you are up. You hear Corporal... What does Corporal Sworn sound like at this point?
Fucking frustrated. Crying at this point because fucking pissed off.
Nah!
I'm like,
Oh, God!
I'm dying!
All right, Petrov, you're up. You hear screaming.
He just
from
starts
above.
drinking himself.
Oh,
Yeah.
whiskey.
Oh, God.
Sergeant West is having a PTSD episode right now.
I know, right? Seeing everybody die around me.
Yeah.
Not again.
Sergeant West, I think I could do something, but I'm just hoping to let go of Sworn.
Do whatever you can.
All right. She's grappled, but
And you can also choose to have Whiskey go before you as well. It's up to you whether you want him to go first or you to go first.
I don't think Whiskey can do anything with just because she's grappled and just so close in proximity.
He can climb.
I mean, like, can Whiskey actually attack?
Yeah,
The shotgun blast is a cone, so it's not a range spell. It's from where he is and onward, so he could use his buckshot, and he could try to use the turret.
Yeah, but wouldn't that just hit us, Sworn?
Possibly.
All right, so I'll do my turn then.
All right.
Will Ray of the Frost affect Sworn?
No, because it's a targeted attack.
So I will use Ray of Frost then.
Okay. He is gonna have what's called half cover. So there's quarter cover. So if you're behind cover, you get a +2 to your AC. If you have half cover, you get a +5 to your AC. And if you have full cover, well, they can't see. So he's at half cover, so that creature's gonna get a +5 to its AC.
Damn. Okay.
It's armor class.
Okay. There's no way I could go around him, at least to be able
Because
to
you're arcing
see it.
upwards at him, you can see a little bit of him. But you can go ahead and make your attack with Ray of Frost.
Would I be able to get up there?
It is 10 feet up. You could try, but you'd have to use your action to try and climb.
And then I still got the bonus action.
And
though.
you would have your bonus action for your cantrip, yes.
I have a
Oh.
question.
Yes.
So, because I used the unarmed strike on my last movement, wouldn't that whatever creature the corruption get that +1 healing from me?
I was
Or no?
making a joke on the +1 healing. I was
Oh.
completely joking on that because
So it's like that's so lame.
technically it would go negative because your strength,
Gotcha.
but it
okay.
can't go past 0. If you want me to heal it, I'll give it a hit point.
No. I was just
I mean, it's up to you if you want me to heal him. If you
No.
want that to be
no.
canon. It's
All right,
your
No.
opinion.
so
No.
okay, so I will move then up there so I could be able to actually.
5, 10. Okay, go ahead and roll a athletics check to see if you can climb up.
All right. That's gonna be great. All right. 15.
15? I'd say
16.
you're able to do it, but you use the rest of your movement to do so. You hop up, and you're just barely able to climb onto the lattice and get yourself up, and you're about 10 feet away from this creature as you go and arc it, so it won't gain the benefit of cover.
All right, so when I'm here, I hope you're here. Ray of Frost then.
Yep, go ahead and roll the hit.
Yep, that's going.
30, 20, let's go. All right.
Yeah, they hurt so
Roll-
bad.
Roll for damage. You see
All right.
Corporal Sworn just getting demolished by this thing.
Take this, you creature.
8 points of damage as it. You see a good chunk of it immediately freeze over and shatter as it hisses and growls and turns towards you. and then immediately goes back to trying to get it sworn. Hurt it. It looks pretty hurt, but it's still up.
All right. Interesting.
It is now Whiskey.
That's gonna be interesting. Right. Well, does the main turret count as the targeted, or is it gonna affect?
Main turret is a targeted attack, yes.
I'm back.
Alright.
Gotcha.
And Whiskey could only move so far, and
He'd be able to try and make a shot from where he's at now, but they would get the
Easy.
+5 to AC.
yeah, he won't be able to. All right, Whiskey, use your main cannon.
He's gonna fire twice. Go ahead and roll to hit.
Oh my god. I'm gonna die.
2d20.
Yep.
Wow. Wow.
So a 5 plus 5 is a 10, and a natural 1. As the first shot fires and rings out, Corporal Sworn, you're looking up as you see the walkway above you just blow to smithereens. And then, Petrov, you hear a horrifying sound as you hear a whirring, gears grinding, and then as Whiskey's gun jams.
Oh.
Hey,
boy.
I have a question. Where's
Yes.
Sisyphus?
Oh, where is it?
Where is them?
I'm glad you noticed. On your turn, if you want to roll a perception check.
Okay.
All right. That being said, Sergeant West, it is your turn.
Well, I'm looking around. I'm like, yo, where's my Crusader at? So.
Oh,
let me
actually,
look.
would I be able to just move Whiskey now? Or is that all action?
That's all
Yes.
action. Technically, you can move him, yeah, if you want to.
All right. I'll just move him, kind of just around. How much he moves?
22.
15.
Oh, I'm fine in this pool. I got spells if I can't as well.
He would be able to move to about there,
Yep.
'cause he's
Okay.
considered a large creature.
No, screw that guy. I want all the kills.
There you go.
All right. So, end of Whiskey's turn. Sergeant West, it's your turn.
Yeah, I rolled a perception check to see where my Crusader's at as I'm seeing all the team slowly get eaten alive.
All right. So, you kind of look around. You can't see him from where you are now, but as you're kind of moving, I'm going to say you're moved to here.
Mm-hmm.
In this area here that you guys haven't been seeing, you see Sergeant Sisyphus standing in a pile of what looks to be about 8 more of these things, just
Holy cow.
covered in blood. With a 22 perception, however. Does everybody else want to deafen themselves real quick?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Just
give
me and
Aw.
Jay-Z.
I
Everybody
have
go
headphones on too, so.
ahead, deafen yourself, Deathstalker. All right. Oh, and can your wife deafen herself?
I can deafen her in here.
Yep.
Think. Oh, I have my headphones on anyways, but
Just have her turn her phone volume down for a minute.
yeah. One sec.
Yep.
Okay, good.
So what you see is as you turn this corner and look, you see Sisyphus standing in the pile of these dead corpses. But what you can see is coming out of the inside of his armor is this black and red, similar tendrils to the corruption, but deep black with a red aura around them. And you see it grabbing pieces of the dead corruption around him and pulling it in and under his suit. As you look at his body and you see a bunch of wounds on his body slowly beginning to close up.
What the hell?
And you see him just sighing, and he is just drenched in blood.
Hey, Sisyphus, I need you over here.
All right.
undeafen everybody else.
Yep. All right, everybody, you can undeafen.
Yep.
Sisyphus, I need you to come in my direction. We need your help.
All right. Yes, sir. So, let me go ahead and delete that and delete that.
Oh.
And we'll go ahead and add Sisyphus. So, about that point, just after, or just before your turn, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, makes his way towards you guys. You guys, now noticing that Sisyphus hasn't been with you for the past while, you see him come out of the shadows from this center area and rejoin you guys, rifle in hand.
I'm vengeance.
I'm vengeance. I'm
Hugging
vengeance.
down over here, so not focused on that.
You look over. Oh, that's cool.
Oh, nice.
Let me go back to dying.
Right.
Sisyphus, I need you to go and get Corporal Thorn. I'm gonna go and try to get Corporal Sworn out.
Get the
All right.
stupid black shit off me.
Okay, so you have your movement and you have your bonus action, which I'd say
Okay.
you've moved 10 feet. So you have another
Okay.
20 feet.
I am going to climb up to here to get a good angle on Corporal Sworn.
Gotcha. Go ahead, roll athletics check real quick. Or,
Okay.
yeah, athletics.
Jesus.
No.
Can't,
Gosh.
can't make it up.
A little bit too chunky there, huh?
You
Yeah.
attempt to make it up. You get about halfway and fall back down. Your foot slips on one of these straps and you fall back to the ground. Not for any damage, but I'm gonna say that used up your movement.
Okay,
Notice
so
your,
we're back down
your
here.
feet being covered in blood and slippery. Kind of hard to climb.
Yeah. Okay, I should still be able to see him, so I'm going to go ahead and take my sniper and go ahead and try to take
You
another
used
shot.
your action to make a perception check. So you just
Oh,
have your
okay.
bonus action.
Okay. Let me see.
Hey, Sworn, how are you hanging up there?
I'm going to use my psychic blades once more
Just hanging out.
and use a dexterity for that.
All right.
Let's see here.
Pretty much dead at this point. Take your time.
Through 12.
12. Petrov, Sworn, you see as another one of these psychic blades smashes into the
Uh-oh.
wall behind you guys, missing.
Gosh.
You stop.
Lord have mercy. We
West-
started off strong.
West is stressing.
Yeah.
All right, top of the initiative, Sisyphus. What you guys see is you see Sisyphus seamlessly grab up onto the wall and climb up here using his movement. He is going to All right, he'll do this. You see him plunge his hand into this creature
Oof.
as he casts a second level ice knife. So he misses the main damage, but he gets the target and each creature within 5 feet must succeed. All right, so it needs to make a. Which one's that? That's E. Make a dexterity saving throw, which fails.
Mm.
So that is going to be 3d6 of cold damage.
Dang.
Is 11 points. So you guys see him plunge his hand into this creature as you see these blackened tendrils with a red magical outline arc out of this creature as blood just scatters across the room. He is then going to use his bonus action to you see him breathe heavy as his jaw extends below, almost larger than a normal human should, as you see a just arc of fire just arc out from him in a 15-foot cone of
Holy
pure
shit.
fire. You see its dark, almost blackened purplish fire just arc out from him. And that creature needs a dexterity saving throw 17, which just fails.
Ooh.
So that is going to be 3d6. Oh! Oh, terrible.
Oh,
Terrible
God.
damage. Only
This guy
6
sucks.
points of fire damage, but this creature begins to ignite in fire, having disadvantage on all attack rolls and saving throws. End of his turn. Corporal Rex, you are up.
Can I'm able to climb up on top of those boxes, right? Where Sworn is?
Yeah, if you have movement for it. If you succeed, you'll just barely have enough movement. So if you move up to here, go ahead and roll an athletics check for me to see if you can climb up.
Athletics. Come on. Papa needs a new pair of shoes.
Papa needs not a dead
7.
companion.
No, Mama needs to
I
have
got
that.
a 21. 21?
21.
Thank
Nice.
God.
Easily enough.
21.
You just
Stupid.
you barely even grab the straps. You just plunge your hand into the metal with your exosuit, and you just and
Savage.
get yourself right up.
Alright, cool. I'm going to I have movement still, right? I can
Nope,
still move up on.
That would be the last of your movement.
Oh crap. Okay.
But you were not within melee range, so you could use your weapon.
Yeah, I'm gonna use my rifle.
Okay, so you're gonna get 4 shots from your M249.
Alright.
Let's do the first one.
Papa needs goodness.
Oh, don't go getting bad now here.
Yeah, literally all that
17
luck.
for my
They made
first
it.
one.
Yeah.
17 for my first one.
All right, so
Nice.
go ahead, roll damage for your first one.
Yes, good. No.
Oh God.
7.
7 points of damage. It is
Yeah.
holding
This
on
guy
by a
stinks.
thread. You fire
Oh,
a
it's-
shot and it blows.
It says 12.
Oh, plus
Oh,
5.
yeah, because it's
Yeah,
plus 5.
+5. Yeah, sorry.
That'll do it. As you blow the rest of this chunk out of this creature, Sworn, you start breathing as you're just covered in blood, just laying there, your chest gouged open.
Oh.
You have 3 more shots.
I'm gonna turn around and take shots at E.
All right, go ahead, roll to hit.
He misses, hits Sisyphus in the face.
Oh
Dude.
no.
It doesn't
Well,
matter.
just can't die, so.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Just gonna piss him off.
20.
20 will hit.
Look at you.
Look at Rex.
Yeah,
doing
that's
his
because
job.
I know, right?
that's because I'm the best.
He was bred to do this.
No
If
brain
there's
skills,
conf-
but all the gun skills.
I got an 18 plus 5. So,
Oh,
23.
23. You,
Yeah.
with a
Gosh.
single pointed shot, just line it up and just boom, the 308 round just through this creature. Dead.
Gosh, Rex, would you like to just do this mission on your own, or?
Yeah, you guys can head back to the bay. I got this.
It is Corporal Klein's turn. He's seeing everybody being injured. He is going to use
Yeah, what a pussy this guy is. He hasn't done shit. I've saved his life once. Technically
Oh.
twice.
He is going to use. Let's see what spell.
Fireball.
Oh god.
Fireball.
That was you, Ed.
No. No. Oh my gosh.
What is this?
Holy
What's happening?
crap.
What
What
is
the
happening?
Oh
hell?
my gosh.
Oh, it's healing. It's healing.
Mm.
It's
It's
healing.
healing, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I was about to say.
So
The fireball.
Porcupine is going to immediately run into the center. You are going to see him clasp his hands. O Goroth's power,
Let us pray.
may you lend them aid. As this pulse of yellow energy just boom, through the room.
Yes.
Everybody within this area, all of you get 10
Oh,
points
crap.
of healing.
Does that
Yay.
mean the corruption get healed too?
No.
Oh, okay, good.
That
Back to
would
full
suck.
health. That would be
so-
funny.
Yeah.
Square
Well,
one.
back to
Yeah.
grabbing Sworn again.
That's why I was asking. I was like, everything in there.
And we'll start again.
That would be the
Dude.
spell Prayer of Healing.
I would just start punching again.
So,
So it just brings us back to our max.
you add 10
Yeah.
if that brings you
Yeah.
max, then that's what it does.
Well then.
All
I
right.
think I don't think anyone took over 10.
No.
No. Thank God, though.
Yeah.
Right. So, give me 1 second.
Thanks, Rex. You really had me back there.
Yeah, I know.
I'm still fucking
What
stuck.
can you do with Google Fiber 5?
So,
I'm not gonna be
And he rolled the one on YouTube.
No, okay.
Rolled the one on YouTube and got an ad.
Yeah, right. A natural one.
all right. So, as the final creature
Oh
is
my god.
blown to smithereens,
Oh, I thought he was gonna say last one.
Yeah.
you
I was like, another thing.
you see above
Oh.
you.
Mm.
Now we can turn cameras on. We're not in combat.
Oh.
As combat comes to a close, as the final one is put down, you immediately see lights above you glow green as you hear. As the doors reopen, as you guys have successfully made it past your first combat encounter.
Hey, did I
Awesome.
use? I used only 2 shot. Or did I use 2 or 4 for my?
You fired 4 shots in total.
Okay.
Also, to contextualize, that was 4 rounds of combat. In real time, that is 6 seconds per round. So that was 24 seconds in game time.
I did a lot of running.
Yeah, there's a whole lot of moving in that.
That was
Yeah.
a lot of chaos. Technically,
Yeah.
6 or 10 rounds of combat is only 1 minute in real time. So what you guys were hearing when you guys were standing out was about 10 rounds of combat over like a minute appeared of people just getting absolutely eviscerated.
And we're just built different.
But
Yeah.
as the
I'm
door
built different.
as
I
the
survived that shit twice.
as the doors open, you see a squad of combat medics standing there with gurneys ready. And
Yeah,
you
we're all
see-
healed up.
You see their eyes. This is what their
We
face
were-
looks like. As the door opens, they're like,
How the fuck did he not die?
Whiskey, do protocol 5.
"All right, guys,
Stick
these guys are good. Move on." And they start moving away. But you guys walk out of the training grounds immediately, take seats on the tables around, and immediately start breathing heavy. What are your guys' reactions? What do you guys do as soon as you come out of this?
I tend to whiskey with that jam that he had.
Go ahead, roll a engineer check to see if you can unjam his cannon.
Awesome.
You know, unclog his pipe.
Oh, jeez.
Jerk him off a little.
You have to worry about that every day, don't you?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I just start doing push-ups again.
14. I'd say
Yep.
you're able to successfully pull the shell that had got jammed. You're able to realign the gear set in the feed system, and you're able to clear it.
All right,
crushes
Whiskey.
his
Good
hand.
job, Whiskey. Protocol 5 for you. And he
Okay.
just does a stick dance.
He does a little. He hits the gritty.
The robot.
He does a little
the
jig.
robot hits the gritty. All right, so that's what you're doing, Corporal Petrov. Corporal Sworn, what are you doing at this moment?
Checking my
Right.
shit gun for jamming.
All right, go ahead, roll a engineering check, real quick.
A piece of shit.
Got 2 shots out of it, and it immediately
no.
jammed. Welcome to using it.
This is why I'm using my spells. And what'd you say to roll? I'm sorry.
Engineering.
Engineering. Okay.
I kind of would want to see what Wes feels.
I'm gonna freaking kick Wes in the freaking chest.
I got a 9.
9.
Yeah.
You go to unjam the weapon system, and you feel the bolt carrier inside just snap in two.
Oh,
Oh my god.
Wow.
Ew.
Sergeant
That's
West, you
fucking-
hear her go, God, freaking God, son of
It was a piece of shit,
Shit.
motherfucker.
Who bought Palmetto State Armory guns?
Corporal Petrov, do you mind going helping Corporal Sworn?
Yeah, I'll head over. Hey, Sword, you want me to take a look at that gun here?
Yes, before I throw this piece of shit across the room.
Go ahead, roll an engineering check,
yes, it seems your gun has broken.
Petrov.
Who, me or Petrov?
Petrov. Go ahead, roll another engineering check.
17.
17. You open it up, you throw the old bolt carrier away, you immediately grab one of the spares, throw it in, cycle it. Looks like you fixed it.
There you go.
I'll be damned. Where were you when I needed you?
Trying to
Blinking.
get you
Right
down.
next to you.
Trying to
Right
get
next
you
to
down. Oh.
All right. Corporal Rex, Corporal Thorn, what are you guys doing?
I'm just gonna start doing push-ups again.
Big baller, bro. He built different.
Yeah.
Corporal Thorn, what are you doing?
Check my equipment.
All right. Sergeant West, what are you doing at this point? Besides from having a PTSD episode.
Nah, I'm just internalizing that, but I'm walking around while everybody's kind of regaining themselves and just making sure everybody's squared away and just observing while they're doing their weapons checks and things of that nature, cleaning up.
All right. Now is the time for any conversation. So if there's any conversation your team would like to have amongst themselves, now would be the time.
Yeah,
Oh,
guys.
right.
So I want to talk about what just happened in there. What are you guys' thoughts? How are y'all doing overall?
That was epic, Sergeant. I want to do it again.
Look, there'll be a chance. Don't worry. We're deploying pretty soon.
I would not.
Hell
Let-
yeah.
Thanks. Pretty shooken up here. So
Understood?
Corporal Petrov takes a swig out of his flask and is like, see? Liquid courage. Got through. We're all good.
Yeah, we all made it. Here's the thing. That was a training environment. We get the real thing come in less than 24 hours. So
You would know also, Sergeant West, that is what would be classified as a Tier 4 anomaly.
okay,
The lowest tier.
yeah. So understand on deployment, things are gonna get worse. Could get worse. Likely will. So, what we experienced, learn from it. Good job on everybody checking on each other. It's our first actual combat with one another. And Sisyphus, you mind coming with me for a moment? I need to hash
Sure.
out some things.
Sure. And he begins walking over. Are you in front of the team or kind of off separate?
Off separate.
All right. Yes, Sergeant.
Sisyphus, so you want to explain to me what I saw over there before I called you to the team?
Those would be my Crusader abilities.
And what are those abilities?
Do you have the classification requirements for me to let you know?
I'm your sergeant.
Roll a
Brother,
No, continue.
I'm a sergeant. I should know everything regardless if you're going to be a part of this team.
Roll a persuasion check. See if you can't
Okay.
persuade him into telling you.
23.
Wow.
20. Damn. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, that'll do it. He kind of looks over his shoulder. All right. So you're about what, a decade on the job?
Yep.
So how much do you know about how Crusaders are made?
As much as they tell you during your basic training.
So none and little in between.
Pretty much.
He kind of looks over his shoulder, kind of looking for any other higher command that is around. So they do a lot of tests and a lot of experiments when Crusaders are incubating. That's how we get our powers. I was a lucky individual. My DNA got spliced with that of an anomaly. My body naturally produces crimsonium. However, my body is constantly under a healing factor of sorts. So by the time my body begins to corrupt, my healing properties negate it, allowing me to use some of the powers allotted to a anomaly out in the field, but I can consciously use it as an individual. The only
Got it.
downside is I cannot eat, I cannot drink. The only thing that I can consume to keep this sustainable is that of living flesh. So they put me on the front lines. This is probably my 30th training run through. I was doing it in basic combat training. I'm able to absorb the corruptions rather than eating kind folk. Well, I wouldn't say
corruptions
eating.
need to be dead?
It's more recent living, current living. Doesn't really matter as long as it's not rotting. And it's less of
Got
eating;
it.
it's more absorbing, kind of like they do.
So, with that being said, are you able to do one at a time or multiple at a time?
Multiple. I think upwards of 5.
Okay.
Maybe 8. 8 of them if I was lucky.
Who else knows about this?
You and High Command. I mean, they specifically requested the attempt to make someone like me. I'm probably their 700th rendition. I'm the only one that has made it so far. There's probably going to be more coming out.
Got it. Alright, that's all I need from you. Thank you. You can
All
return to the team.
He begins walking back. Were any of you eavesdropping on that conversation?
Yeah, I was.
Everybody?
No, I didn't care.
All right. If you
Alice.
were eavesdropping, go ahead and roll a perception check to see
All right.
how much of that information you got.
Perception.
Where's
I will say I wasn't eavesdropping.
Where's perception?
It's underneath nature in the large column.
I got a 13.
All right.
Ooh. Oh no. Yeah, I only got an 11. I didn't hear shit.
You heard the end of it. Return to the team.
Yeah. Yeah. That's all I
13,
fucking heard.
I rolled
11,
a
and
10. I didn't hear shit.
I'd say with the
Yeah.
average being around a 12, I'd say you guys could piece it together and kind of get the gist. Mainly hearing the talk of the corruption and kind of being in the mentality of, excuse me?
The Academy?
So, Sergeant Sisyphus walks up. Why are you all looking at me?
Nothing.
Yeah, I'm just working at whiskey. I don't know what you're talking about.
I told you to make that adjustment. I think that's why he jammed.
Yeah, I only got time for it with the Havoc Blaster.
Fair enough. He goes and takes a seat back and begins checking his weapon systems. And he takes kind of a cloth and kind of wipes his face off and his hair, being as it's just drenched.
All right, guys. So, you guys need to go and clean yourselves off. It was very dirty in there. Talk amongst yourselves. Take a few minutes, few hours of downtime. I'm gonna do the same myself, and then once we get orders to deploy, I'll be getting back with you guys for a final layout, and then we will get on the plane and get out.
Yes, sir.
Awesome.
So as they are walking away, you see Captain Oberon coming up to you.
Captain, what's going on?
Sergeant, looks like you were one of the lucky teams to make it out with everybody.
I guess so.
How'd they do?
Well, we definitely had a fight, but we weren't in there too long. So they did look out for one another. They surprised me in some moments where some played the hero, but we also had some hiccups there. So to be honest, it's kind of up in the air once we start deploying. But I guess we'll find out once we get there. We don't really have much time to train, so I guess we
Right.
get what we get.
So now that your team knows about the corruption, along with your dossier for the upcoming mission, you are going to get a data file in which explains the corruption crimsonium, as well as a video attached, which is the first recorded instance of corruption that we have. I would like you to have them research it, learn it, know it from top down, and know what you're getting into. Although
Got
the
it.
mission you're currently being sent on is should be a simple drug bust. People selling crimsonium. Who knows what that'll lead to? Make sure they're up to par. But as you know, a lot of deployments are drug busts, keeping the peace, everything like that. We'll see how
Right.
you do, and then if we need to send you on anomalous missions, that'll come in time.
How much heads up will we get prior to that?
We're probably going to give you a day in between the success of this mission. You guys are given an allotted week's time for this mission to prepare, recon, and execute, and then exfil back to the base.
Understood.
Alright. Databank should be waiting for you in your office as well as the dossier. Make sure they get up to par, and, well, all I can say is good luck. We lost 13 teams today.
Damn.
13 teams?
Few survivors from a few of them, but ultimately full team KIA. We're sending in another request for more recruits.
Jesus. Okay.
Crusaders went flawlessly, of course,
Yeah.
but they've been doing this since day one. So
Got it. Okay. Understood.
all Alrighty. I'm looking forward to hear you. Once you've gone over the dossier in the data bank, we will have your operating funds and a transport vessel.
Roger that. Are we going to be getting our deployment helmets before going out there?
Yes, you will be given your helmets as part of your budget. They will be
Understood.
sent out with you on the transport carrier.
Okay. That's all I got.
Alrighty. Good luck with your team. Glad to see you made it.
Thanks. Happy to have made it myself.
Alright. So, during this time, you guys head back to your dorms. You'll notice that most of your equipment has been moved next door to a larger dorm room with 6 beds rather than 4. So you go in, all your stuff was pretty much where you put it. You just have an extended room. What are you guys doing as you come back to the room? If there's any conversation, any tasks you would like to do during this time?
I'm just laying down. Trying to-
Contemplating sadness.
Yeah, pretty much. Just trying to figure out what the hell just happened.
All right, Rex.
Yeah, I'm gonna go talk to Syphilis.
Syphilis.
Syphilis. I'm gonna go talk to him and find out what the hell that was.
All right,
they did.
Yeah.
And then,
You walk up to him. He's just sitting at the couch, his kind of feet up, his head back. He's just kind of breathing.
Oh, I would like to add, on top of me laying there contemplating my life, I'm also contemplating what I heard, what conversation between Sisyphus and West, and why the fuck he didn't come faster during
Right.
that time.
All right. So Rex, you walk up. He's just sitting there.
hey man, I saw you out there doing that weird stuff, that blast of fire. What the hell was that?
Those are part of my Crusader abilities. I have some magical properties, spells, and the like.
Really?
And you all
That's,
can hear this conversation as it's happening in the living room.
It's very interesting. Sir, is there anything else you're not that you want to fill us in with? Like, I mean, we're a team. We shouldn't
I mean,
have any surprises.
Not really. I mean, I was operating on the other side of the room, killed 10, 12 more of them while you guys were dealing with
Sworn.
those.
Vex. And it's like, well, could have fooled me. Didn't know where you were at.
I mean, I saw you guys had that handled, and obviously there were more coming, so I'm the stronger one, so I thought it best to put myself in harm's way so you all didn't get swarmed by another legion of these things.
I mean, we definitely appreciate it, but like, that was a big surprise to all of us. Just how you handled that thing.
Well,
And how'd you not kill that one with the one blow? Like, what?
I was just killed 12 of them. The 13th one, forgive me if it's a little exhausting.
And aren't y'all built different? Like, y'all are built to kill, aren't y'all?
Yeah.
Then how do you
We
tire out?
we still have limits. We're not immortal.
I mean, you are. It seems like.
Functionally immortal. I can still die to a point. If my core is destroyed, just like any of you, it doesn't matter if I've only taken a few scrapes. A single shot to the core and you're done.
I remember that.
Okay. Well.
Corporal Thorn thinking of his entire squad just getting obliterated before coming to you guys. Speaking of that, Thorn, what happened with your squad?
What about it?
What happened
They
in
didn't
there?
make the cut.
How do you get out?
I had to do what I needed to.
Why are you trying to be so secretive?
Me or Thorn?
Thorn.
Just didn't make the cut.
Did you kill your team?
No.
What happened to your sergeant?
He lacked the balls to do what he needed to for the team and got us, almost all of us killed.
Fair enough. Some just don't make it. Sometimes it's better to be repurposed than continue on.
Yeah.
What happened with your? What happened with you, Petrov? Why were you staying towards the back the whole time?
Oh, sorry. Just was taking a look through my pack and doing a couple modifications on the Havoc Blaster.
Why were you staying towards the back during combat? Why didn't you come to the center and start aiding?
Oh, you're talking about during combat. Oh, I was trying to get into the moment.
Battle not enough of a moment.
You needed an invitation to fight?
Into the moment, I dispatched 3 of them by myself. What more in the moment do you need, Petrov?
I still managed at least to kill one and wound the other.
Yeah, it wasn't good enough, though.
With whiskey.
Sworn, how are you doing? I saw you get tackled by one of those things.
Pissed off just hearing the conversations right now, on top of everything that I just went through. So I'm just trying to keep my mouth shut right now. But otherwise, I'm just disappointed a little bit in myself and my gun, apparently. So
that's why and this is Sisyphus talking. That's why we try to keep up on our practice, be a little quicker with the getting the jam out, and keeping a cool head during combat. I understand this is probably most of yours first time dealing with a combat encounter like that, but I don't know if it's any consolence, but it doesn't get easier.
well, I definitely haven't had that happen before, Sisyphus. So just relax for a bit, right?
Of course.
Maybe if you weren't such a crybaby, none of this would have happened.
Excuse the hell out of me. Sorry that I was getting ripped apart.
About this time, Sergeant West, you're kind of outside their door listening into this conversation.
I go ahead and knock on the door. Hey, it's your sergeant, open up.
Just fucking.
I head to the door.
They have you open the door again. Petrov comes and opens the door too. And I'd say by about this time, everyone's kind of got themselves cleaned off, kind of squared away. Sisyphus has his armor out and he's scrubbing it clean as much as he can, with it being just.
Wait, his isn't bolted into him?
Nope. All he has is a chest. All he has is a chest plate. He's wearing the same armor that he did in basic combat training. He hasn't changed his armor.
Ooh.
But
all right, guys. You all got cleaned off, squared away. Anything that y'all are currently doing right now that's of importance?
Well, they're questioning me a lot.
Questioning you? Questioning you about what?
He looks at you.
You have something to say?
He kind of nods, like what we were talking about, like
Yeah.
trying to get that idea.
Oh, okay. Anybody want to ask me the question that you were asking Sisyphus?
I was just asking him about the fireball and everything, and if there's any more surprises they had that we could help out the team. And
So
that wasn't.
Here's the thing. Everybody has different abilities. Everybody will be surprising one another as we go in there and experience combat. It's not for us to know everything right at the get-go. There's a lot of things that you guys even haven't seen yet. So just take it as it comes, and we'll move from there. But,
Sworn had
Corporal
a
Thorn,
question
what did you have
as
to
well.
say? Corporal Thorn.
I retract my question. I don't have any questions.
Okay. Anybody else have any questions?
No, sir.
big heart.
Just working on my gear.
Do you know where we're going tomorrow?
I have some information, and speaking of that, we all need to review it. You guys have to start studying the anomalies that we just came in contact with. There is footage, there is information that all of you need to know prior to deployment. So, for the TV that's in here, I'm going to give you this file that's in my hand, and this is going to have all the information you need to study these anomalies. I'll be here with you while you study them, but I'll be in the back, and I need all of you to fixate on watching these and learning these.
All right. So as you plug in the USB drive into the TV, a menu comes up with a bunch of different files and information. The first one being a video, which I will have pulled up here. And we'll watch a little bit of it. The name file is NGC classified footage, instance of corruption 0001. This is the first recorded footage of the instance of corruption and what it is capable of doing at its highest level.
I like this game.
Man, those shits move fast.
Yeah, they do.
One, two, three. How many legs do they have?
All
They're
of
moving.
them.
Yes.
God damn, they're smart too.
Where is this from? This
Game.
looks like a video game.
Game called Carrion.
No, it's real life. Come on, man.
Yeah, actually, I knew it was real life. Don't worry, Ed.
Are they shape shifting to fit in through different areas?
Yep.
Game's really fun though.
It's not a game.
Oh yeah, sorry. Holy shit!
Oh my god.
Yikes.
Turn it off.
No, we need to watch. You need to understand what it's doing.
This is getting crazy, isn't it, Sergeant?
It's gonna get very crazy. This is just scratching the surface.
How dangerous is it out there? Like, actually.
I mean, it looks pretty dangerous.
Depends on where you go. But anything can change on a dime. Let's just say we were one of the only teams out of 13 teams to make it out of training, and it gets harder than that.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Go back. Did electrical just go through that anomaly? And it didn't phase it? Or did it create the actual...
Let's go back a little bit.
There. Did that just go through the anomaly, or did that anomaly
I think
create
that was the anomaly barreling through a operating desk with zero resistance.
Wow. Okay.
That's fun.
So much for my language.
Notice how they're eating people and it's making them bigger. So
Now-
the bigger they are, the more they feasted.
Does it have multiple mouths?
Yes.
Looks like it's got the capability of intelligence as well.
That it does.
Some super strength. And
It's spread its mass.
what is happening? Oh my god, they just multiplied.
Yep.
Holy shit.
Do we know what triggers the multiplying?
Seems like
These
it's
things-
oversized. And they need to replicate.
Yeah, you're getting too large.
Wouldn't my character already know that they get bigger eating people?
This is the first time you guys are seeing information on this.
Ah, okay.
So is this a normal thing we're gonna see down there?
This is something you should expect to see.
Don't get caught with your pants down, man.
I won't say it's normal because it's not. This is why we fight them. But expect to see it.
Are they able to breathe in water?
Yes. And see how this was the first instance of corruption, and it already has this level of intelligence.
Just spreading.
Yeah.
Well, that's definitely not what we just experienced.
What you just experienced was a baby.
Right.
Okay.
Is this a facility that was experimenting?
That's exactly what it was.
They let this happen?
Where's the security?
They were experimenting on the effects of pure magic, what it could do for living beings, and it turned into this creature. And somehow their research got out, and people started reproducing it into cryptsodium. When people take too much, this is what happens to them. They turn into one of these creatures.
Alright, I think I get it.
Let's see if we can scroll through. That's all the footage we have. It's more of this. Oh, this is important for you to know. Notice here. What do you see?
Nothing.
It's a little grainy.
Let me go back.
Is it
Do you see what it's trying to do?
turning itself into gas?
It's trying to reach. Well, there were other experiments being done at this facility.
Oh my god.
It learns, it's smart, and it evolves. If you get one infestation of this thing, it can replicate, multiply, and murder anything in its path.
I'm dead.
What you thought was, and this is as you're reading through the information, what you thought was considered a Tier 4 anomaly. Along with other Tier 4 anomalies, such as people born with magical powers, or people born with super strength, superpowers, things of that nature, and they go insane. The original corruption, as they're called, instances of corruption, as soon as they're born, as soon as somebody becomes corrupted, they develop a arcane core where their heart is, but it's a corrupted core. And they turn into one of these creatures. That is considered a Tier 4. There are Tier 3, Tier 2, and Tier 1. Tier 3 is a multitude of them. Ones that communicate in a hive mind-like manner. They can communicate effectively and intelligently. A Tier 2 would be a minor infestation. A apartment complex, a single-family home. A Tier 1 is a full-blown infestation. I'm talking about skyscrapers, city blocks. We are sent there specifically to prevent this from happening. So whether it be the illicit sale of crimsonium or full-blown infestations, we deal with this, at least on the specialization sector. We will deal less with your everyday stealing crimes, murder crimes, things of that nature. We are specifically to investigate, capture, and contain or execute anomalies. And that's all that you have on the list of information. Sergeant West, the floor is yours.
So, what do you guys think about that footage?
Pretty crazy stuff.
It is. This is what we're up against. This is part of what we're walking into. So, again, what you experienced in training is minuscule compared to what it is out there. What we did in training is just to see if you're capable of fighting it in general. And if not, you wouldn't have made it out alive. Now that we have made it out alive, we're going into unsuspecting territory. But with this, ideally, typically how deployments go is that they have us do lighter missions until we have no choice but to fight anomalies. So don't go in immediately expecting to go into these anomalies that you see, but that doesn't mean that they're not out there, and ready to kill you. Alright, so this is why I have you check your equipment, clean your equipment, look out for one another, because we don't get second chances. This is what we do.
I do.
Yeah, minus you, alright?
For the first time, you actually see him kind of chuckle.
Yeah. It's the first smile I've seen from you, Sisyphus. Don't tell me you have a heart now.
Not for the most part. I mean, when you've been torn apart, shot, blown up as much as I do, it takes a lot to find funny things.
I
Did you
believe
say
it.
womp womp? Do you want to wear this armor? Do you want to take my position?
I could regenerate like you, sure.
All right. He kind of looks at Sergeant West and kind of chuckles.
I look back and chuckle back. Alright, guys. Well, right now we just have some downtime until we get our deployment, but rewatch that video if you need to, restudy it, and we'll be heading out here in a few hours.
And about this point, you do get a call on your mobile holostone.
Alright.
Hollowstone.
So
Pick it up.
You see him pull out this diamond about yay size, encased in metal, and you see it glowing, kind of a yellowish color. He taps the top of it, and you see a little hollow projection of a woman in very fine clothing, blonde hair kind of tied back into a bun, small glasses just on the end of her nose. This would be Jeanette, your assistant. Sergeant West.
What's going on, Jeanette?
British.
Your deployment information, the dossier was just delivered to the front door of your dorm room. You're requested to go over it with them, prepare them for it. You have an estimated time of 14 hours until your departure. As well,
Sounds
held
good.
inside is your it's a credit card, but it's not a credit card. It's a it's a stick that has cards in it.
Okay.
Your operating budget is also held within there. You guys are given 20,000 gold to operate with.
Perfect.
That
Appreciate it.
that
I'll
is
go and
food,
receive it.
steerage, anything you would need, cars, things of that nature.
Understood. Thank you. I'll go and retrieve it here shortly. And then to go and hang up the Hollowstone. Alright guys, I will be right back. I've got some more information and I'll be back here in a moment. Go ahead and leave the room.
Leave the room, and there's a nice little package sitting right there. It's not tied up with a bow. This ain't Christmas.
So I go and pick up the package.
You open it up.
Sift through the
There's
things.
a manila folder as well as the basically USB stick.
Mhm.
And you see it has a bunch of pictures, everything like that, layouts, blueprints, things like that.
All right, I'll put the credits, the USB stick with the credits in it in my pocket, and I'll go back into the room. Hey, recruits, guys, we have some documents and photos. I'm gonna go ahead and pass these around. So get in a circle, look them over. This is what we need to look at prior to deployment. So
you go through the information. The location of your first mission is Southern Ground Detroit. The info that you have on it is there have been reports of crimsonium sales out of a local convenience store. The name of the store is Marshall's Stop and Shop. The owner, of course, being James Marshall, and your objective is to investigate sales of illicit substances and apprehend anybody involved. The first picture that you are given is of this street market. It is where the Stop and Shop is located. It is a bazaar on the southern side of South Ground Detroit. A bazaar being kind of like a open flea market kind of area. It would be this building here on the northwest side of the street market. You are then given the layout of the actual Stop and Shop. It is a small convenience store, not much bigger than a gas station. They sell everything from snacks, food, clothing, kind of your all-around general neighborhood shop. You are also given the two locations that these sales have been being shipped to or transported to. There is a pawn shop on... Actually, let me go ahead and... There is a pawn shop located on the eastern southern side of Ground Detroit, in which a lot of these sales have been getting sent to. So far, from the information you have, it seems like the owner of this shop has been buying in bulk and then selling for a higher price. At this store, they sell everything from guns, ammunition, armaments, grenades, flashbangs, as well as in the rear, they have a mechanical doctor, somebody who installs different cyberware or arcane properties into clientele.
So a Ripper Doc from Cyberpunk.
Pretty much a Ripper Doc, yeah. The second place is a known drug house. This is known to be a frequent stopping point for anybody looking for illicit substances, getting their fix, whether it be illegal modifications to their body, illegal magical items, drugs, illegal guns, explosives, everything from that nature. The order in which you investigate is completely up to you. It is your prerogative to come up with a game plan and then execute. That being said, I will actually send you all the actual images for all of these. So, Brookhouse, convenience store, pawn shop, street market. And all of those are sent to you. As far as they are aware, there has been no reports of instances of corruption. All this is, as far as the survey team is aware of, is that there is a heavy illicit substance sale, and they do not know where they are getting their crimsonium or how they are manufacturing it. You guys will be in Ground Detroit, in the slums. You are expected to have high prejudice against you as NGC specialists. A lot of people either they take you guys as a security force or they take you as hostile, depending on whether or not you are in lesser than nice areas. But the only name you have in reference to is James Marshall, the owner of James or Marshall's Stop and Shop. That's the only name that you know. That is all the information that you have been given in your dossier, as well as you were given a 20,000 credit operating budget for anything you guys would need. So now's the time if you want to go over it with each other.
All right, guys. So as I'm passing these photos around, there was a brief. What do you think we should start hitting first upon leaving?
Are these places abandoned, or is there folks in here?
No, there's people in them.
I say either the market or the market, the convenience store or the drug house. So we know that people are going to be in the drug house, but the shop owner could have more intel on where the drugs are coming from.
Yeah, I agree. I think going to the store might be better. I may be able to talk him into giving me some information. But I would like you guys to stay out. Maybe one other person come in with me, and the rest of y'all would stay outside. Because as you guys may or may not know, we're not highly favored in this area.
I'll join you in that escapade.
Okay. You'll make sure that you're not super overt and bringing your machine gun with you. We're not trying to intimidate them right out the get-go.
Raj.
All right, so we'll go there first, and then we'll hit the drug house next.
So we're going to convenience store first.
Convenience store first, yeah, correct. And then yeah, the Stop and Shop. We'll do the drug house, and hopefully that destabilizes whatever they're doing. Sisyphus, I may need you while we go hit the drug house to hit the pawn shop, because my fear is upon us going into the drug house, they're gonna have a scout or get word out about us hitting that, and if the pawn shop is attached to it, I don't want them turning and burning.
Do you want me to hit the pawn shop or just keep security and scout it out and make sure nobody comes running for help?
Let's keep security on it until the rest of us get there.
Alright. So once we go, I can traverse, get over there, set up comms, set up a overlook, and then I'll communicate with you guys once I'm set and ready.
Okay. Yeah, once you're getting ready, then we'll hit the drug house. But we'll go to the Stop and Shop first, collectively. Try to get some information, and then we'll hit those other two locations.
What's our operating time for this?
Our operating time for each building or overall?
Overall, how much time have they given us to get this done?
They've given us a couple weeks.
Couple weeks. Gotcha. So a lot of recon.
Yep. Identifying patterns.
Alright. Well, I'll set up once we get down on the ground. I'll set up by the pawn shop, and I'll just keep an eye out for a few days.
Okay. Sounds good. Do we have a location on a place to stay while we're down there for those prolonged periods of time?
I assume that's going to be a part of our recon, is finding a centralized base of operations, kind of set up an apartment or hotel.
Okay.
Something I don't think we're given housing for this. I think that's going to be up to us to find a place that we won't get targeted at.
Okay.
Who knows? Maybe we can just commandeer a household.
Good. Might be the best approach, honestly. We'll
I mean,
find out as we
could
get down
find
there.
them. We could. I mean, after talking to the Stop and Shop, you guys could try and target a clientele or set up a trap, find where they're at, set up at their place of living, and hope somebody comes poking.
Yep. Can definitely do something like that. I know a lot of my survival training, even if we can't commandeer a place, we can make one.
I mean, there's enough homeless people down there. Wouldn't be surprised if we found an encampment of sorts we could lay low in.
Yep. Maybe even find some thieves over there to steal us something.
Are we gonna be common clothes for this until operating, or do you want us in full kit?
When we first touch down, we'll probably be in full kit, because that's just how we'll be leaving. But I would like us to be in common clothes. Find a good spot to get in common clothes. Upon us touching down, I want to make sure that there's no hostile threats on the ground. So I want to make sure that we come in fully kitted, and then we'll downgrade and then re-upgrade when we go do some operations.
Alrighty. Rest of the team, you got any questions on this?
Nope.
No, I'm good.
No.
Are we gonna have a whiskey kind of just cloaked for most of this?
I would have him cloaked.
Awesome.
When we're bedding down, it might be okay for him to decloak if it's using energy on him. But other than that, when we're out and about, if he's gonna be with us, he needs to be cloaked.
Got it.
Is the operating budget as well for ammunition, utilities, extra batteries, arcane cores for the helmets?
Yes.
Alright.
Do you guys need anything? Any requests before we head out? You guys have appropriate ammo? I'm gonna go ahead and make sure that we have an adequate amount of supplies before heading out, but I want to make sure you guys don't need anything specific.
All good.
How about some ordnance?
Ordnance? What kind of ordnance?
Flashbangs, grenades, stuff like that. Thermite, anything that I
I'll
may
take a
need.
nade.
Rather not have want to deal with something close up hand to hand again. If it's stronger than what we face today.
Yep. Do you guys have anything for low light stuff?
No, we don't.
Hey, Zach, just a question for you.
Yep.
So some spells do have components. Do they?
We're not counting
Yeah.
components for this.
Okay, awesome.
We'll get into that at a later date.
So,
Yeah, that's gonna be 3 months down the road.
Yeah, Sergeant West, you would also know that the helmets that you will be given do have night vision capabilities with the HUD inside, and the additional spells that they allow.
Okay. But we can take off our helmets though, right?
Yeah,
When
you
we
can
go
you
into
can, you
civilian
can,
clothing?
you can tap the back and they fold back into it's like a ring. If you ever had those headphones that have that little strap on the back,
Yeah.
it's kind of like that, but it's in the collar, and then you tap it and it folds
Got
out.
it.
Oh, like a Batman cowl or like
We
Iron
may
Man.
get some still flashlights when we're not helmeted up. Yeah. Let's
So,
see. Anything else, guys? We have ordinances, little lights. We're definitely gonna need some extra ammo.
I got nothing.
Does whiskey need anything?
An oil change.
Oh,
Need a tools kit?
not to my knowledge. Does he take any I'm assuming he takes ammunition. I'm just.
he takes high caliber ammunition, as well as he also needs arcane cores if he is not plugged in directly to charge.
Yeah, a bit of arcane cores then.
Arcane cores, okay.
Oh, wait, check that arm. Make sure it doesn't jam again.
I did I'll probably do that here in a sec, actually.
Yeah, we gotta start moving quick because we don't have a lot of time. So I'm putting in this request as soon as I leave here of all the stuff that we need, and then we'll have about 14 hours till we deploy. So.
Alrighty. So as you guys are coming down from your mission briefing, you've gotten all the information, you've seen the video of what you may come to deal with. It's still dark out, the rain is still pouring, and as the adrenaline kind of collapses, you all get tired and begin relaxing for the time being, thinking over your plan, your execution, and the forthcoming operation you guys will find yourselves in. And at that note, that is the end of session 2.
Yay!
Nice.
Well, we could tell Whiskey that he
Blessed
did not
be
die,
the NGC.
even though he was completely useless.
Blessed be.
Blessed be
Yeah, I know, right?
the NGC.
Blessed be what? Blessed be what? Blessed be what?